And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by
Mock.
Sheen Washable.
No.
Milwaukee Souls.
Going Milwaukee this week.
Milwaukee Souls.
And the Red Baron.
Yeah. And special guests from Bad Fisherman Brewing.
Stiff.
And
Jimmy fucking Pierce.
There we
That's
go.
it. That's the guy.
it's all one. It's all one name. There's no hyphen. That's
No
not a middle name.
space.
It's just Jimmy fucking Pierce.
Mm-hmm. That's the first name. Yeah.
It's on. What's the last name?
No comment.
Don't let the government know.
Guy doesn't want to be tracked. But yeah, this is the second appearance on the show.
That it is.
Jimmy fucking Pierce's first one.
Yep.
We gotta say that every time. It's a rule now for this show. If you don't say Jimmy fucking Pierce, it's a shot. Oof. So we're gonna do that.
Just not going to talk to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say just don't say my name.
Just not gonna talk to him.
Really make me feel welcomed, you know.
Yeah. They are here to promote their tasting event that they've got coming up June 9th. We're excited about that.
Oh, very excited. Jimmy
Yeah.
fucking Pierce.
Yeah, we got the beer made. We got the food almost bought. We're getting ready.
Subway sandwiches. We're talking Subway sandwiches, right?
Footlongs.
Nah, just all beef hot dogs.
You got to
And some
go all
burgers.
beef.
Yeah.
Boiled.
All beef.
Only all beef.
Are you gonna boil all the hot dogs
We're gonna
and the
grill-
burgers?
Well, really, what I was thinking about doing was putting them in the microwave. Really.
Nice.
For
I'm all about that.
You got to cut
20
them up
minutes.
first.
You should
They're
put them.
already
You should.
cooked.
You should put them in the bun though, and then microwave the whole thing. Yeah.
With a cup of water.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe dip the bun in the water.
Yeah.
Keep it moist.
So I don't know what's going on over here. We got a lot of.
Yeah.
All right. This is why we don't know. Yeah. Rita has blown up the station as per usual. Anyway, so so they have provided us with our starting lineup. So we'll have to make the fake beer sound today, Mark, because we're not cracking them at the gun.
I hate it.
Sometimes we make the fake like can cracking sound. Yeah, he hates it.
That one was actually good. Paul just goes.
Yeah. I've gotten positive feedback.
I've had a long life of hearing the sound, so I've had a lot of practice.
Milwaukee Souls just smacked his own face.
Guy's been coming to this studio for weeks now. Just headbutted the mic.
I believe J Mart will be joining us. He's having some car troubles. So starting lineup.
Well, we don't have the beers in front of
I
us.
know.
So they're gonna have to do that for
Yeah, I'll
us.
take the lead. All right. So we brought with us 3 beers that are going to be at the tasting June 9th. And that's being our Broomstick, which is a pale ale with West Coast style hops, but it has a British pale ale malt build. Then we have our Sunny Summer Ale, which is a somewhat wheat summer ale, has lemon in it, the basic summer ale. Then we have our Noggy IPA, which you guys have had before.
Yes. Mock's really happy about that.
Where's the pumpkin beer?
We're never going to talk about that ever again.
That's a good
Discontinued. So yeah,
So we got the starting lineup. We'll do some tastings on them throughout the show. Also, Toast of Excellence. Really off the about today.
You know, I would like to go before Kyle if we
All right.
can do that.
Well, my Toast of Excellence is going to be to Bad Fisherman Brewing for being here today.
Yeah, thank you.
For bringing us samples for their first tasting event coming up. Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the feeling that I'm more excited for it than you are.
It just still hasn't hit me yet, you know? It's one
June
of those
10th.
things.
June 10th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it was June 9th, Rita. The joke was that it'll hit them after June 9th.
Well, now that joke has been buried.
Why don't you go break some more equipment? Peter, I hope you're not listening. Souls, you're next.
My toast of excellence goes out to Mike
I want
Trout,
Mike Trout.
who went 5 for 5 yesterday. Had 11 total bases with 3 doubles and 2 run home run. He just beat the Yankees by himself.
Yep. Yeah, he did. He's really good. Bryce Harper's better, though. Right,
That's
Kyle?
not even close to true.
Are you going to say that when Harper's a Philly?
I will.
He won't.
He won't. Kendall?
So, Mock, do you have one?
Yeah, I want to go last.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So mine goes out to the San Francisco 49ers, who are bringing back some throwback jerseys, kind of doing their 90s style. It's really cool. I'm very excited for them. I like the uniform. I actually own a Deion Sanders version when he played there in '94. It's a great jersey. Big fan. Thumbs down from Souls, but who cares what he thinks?
Machine?
My toast is to Dave Gettleman of the Giants. The more I see this guy doing, he's getting me really excited for this season. He's making the moves I thought the Giants should have been doing, a few years ago. So, hats off to him. I hope everything goes how I want it to. He's just got me excited for the season. He came in, he's shoring up the offensive line. They drafted the running back. I'm just excited for what he's done so far, and I hope it pans
you have
out.
Jonathan Stewart again.
What?
I remember you have Jonathan Stewart.
Yep.
Forgot about
he's
that
there.
again.
He's also bringing in a lot of his own guys. But
Carolina
yes,
Giants.
hats off to Dave Gettleman.
All right.
I think
That's like the most winded toast we've ever had.
Steve had something he was talking about before.
Did I?
Yeah, we're watching something on TV.
Oh, yeah. I was absolutely flabbergasted that they have a cornhole championship on ESPN. The fuck is that?
ESPN 2.
ESPN 8,
Oh,
the Ocho.
Sorry. Yeah.
That should just show you how bad ESPN is hurting.
Yeah.
So they'll have cornhole, but no hockey.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Well, the thing is, I don't think NHL wants to be on ESPN. They have such a good deal going with NBC.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could watch the Stanley Cup playoffs on TNT. I mean, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
actually-
another exciting thing, though, is the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Actually, wasn't it this year though that there was a team that they did their entire 7-game sweep on the Golf Channel?
I don't know, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I believe because the Golf Channel is an NBC affiliate.
Yeah, and you had one entire round in the playoffs on the Golf Channel.
Because that's happened in the past. I've watched playoff games on the Golf Channel. I've also watched playoff games on what was it? Because they've
ABC Family.
no, on NBA TV because it's a
Oh,
TNT
yeah,
affiliate.
Yeah.
I've watched some weird places. I'm waiting for the day I get to watch an NFL game on like
MLB Network.
HBO,
Telemundo.
Telemundo. Well, they are playing in Mexico now. It's a possibility.
Didn't they play in Britain?
Yeah.
They play
In London,
3
yeah.
games in London, I think, 3 or 4.
There's going to be a team out there soon.
No, I don't think so.
Jacksonville.
No, Jacksonville's doing well now.
Their owner just bought Wimbledon.
They're
He
not
wants to
going
move them
there.
out there.
They're
I don't
They're
think the
just gonna
NFL will
go
let it
50-50.
happen
Why not?
because it screws with everything.
Why?
Being
well,
a
first of all-
West Coast team, you got to travel 5 hours across the country, then 5 hours to England. That's 10 hours off your schedule.
Plus, not to mention that means the games it means one game every week is played at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
versus all the other schedules.
The NFL let it happen because it'll make them money.
Yeah, what kind of stupid name are they going to have?
The Cornwall assholes.
What was the team in Family Guy? The
Oh, the
Silly Nannies.
Silly Nannies.
So we have a beer report. Do we want to do the beer first, or do we want to get the shots out of the way?
Souls?
Just get the shots out of the way.
A defeated souls.
But that's gonna be terrible.
Well, I have shot trivia first.
Forgot about that.
You gentlemen are more than welcome to chime in on your answers.
Okay.
Um,
How does it work?
so I'm going to ask you a question.
You just answer.
It's going to have a numerical answer,
Okay.
and you just got to guess. Yeah, you just answer.
Just answer the question.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right, so we were talking about the Stanley Cup Finals.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, the Stanley Cup Finals are 2 teams searching for their first ever Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has that happened? That we've had a Stanley Cup Finals where 2 teams are looking for their first cup?
How many years has it existed?
A lot.
Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
I think since the Big Bang. It was one of the primordial elements of.
I thought that, but I got that question wrong on my high school history final. All right, I'm going to go with
That wouldn't have been in history class.
Well, as coming from a history teacher, whenever you get a question on a test that says, when did this happen? You say, in the past. Because you're never wrong.
5
You
to
might
10
not
years
be
ago.
right, but you're never wrong.
All right, I'm gonna just go
True.
out here. 36. Just a number. I had to go first. No one's saying anything.
I'm gonna
Maksheen?
No. You go next.
10.
3.
5.
0.
I like the Price is Right rule over here.
Hell yeah.
Rita, do you have an answer?
Hold on.
Yeah, she's
Wait,
gonna
wait,
break
wait.
everything.
Rita said 17. She's saying 17 in a smoker's voice now. So the big loser was the Red Baron, and then the big winner was Stev.
Really?
The correct answer is actually 6.
Ah, so close.
Yeah, it is. This year will be.
There had to have been at least 2.
See, I normally say 6 when
Vegas
it's
and-
actually 5, you know.
Hey,
True.
didn't you win last time too?
I think so.
It was Vegas Capitals,
ringer.
and then the last time it happened was in 2007. It was Anaheim and Ottawa, and then Dallas. Or,
Fuck Ottawa.
huh?
Fuck Ottawa.
We're coming for you, Ottawa.
And then
Hey, we have listeners there.
Dallas and
Maybe.
Buffalo, and then in '96 was Colorado and Florida, and then in '91 was Pittsburgh and the North Stars, and then in 1934 were the Chicago Blackhawks and the Red Wings.
So the first one.
So there you go.
Yeah, look at that.
So Red Baron, you lose.
That's right.
Do you
I'll
want
send
to add it
some-
to your shot total? Or you want to save it for next week?
We'll carry it over.
Okay. So picking up on our shot totals that are owed. So yeah, Kendall and I each owe 3, and Mock and Kyle owe 2. We have a fancy private stock here, just opened. I believe it's called the Opa. Opa. But it's it says serve best chilled. It's kind of room temp now.
Oh boy.
It is I don't even know what to call it. It's an herbal liqueur, but it's made by Ballast Point Brewing.
Just try it, man.
I figured it was appropriate for this show.
It's one of those things where the more you read on the bottle, the less you know about it.
Yeah. But, for those people who don't know Ballast Point, they have mostly fish on all their products or other nautical-themed things.
As we do.
Yep.
I hate Ballast Point.
Well, they ripped you guys off. 'Cause they just had the money.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it was.
The West
Big
Coast
beer.
advantage.
If I had the money, ESPN wouldn't exist because I would have had it first. Because it wouldn't have been called ESPN. It would have been called Penis.
With a U?
Does that stand for something, or is it just penis?
Paul enjoys
Nice.
not interesting sports.
There you go.
Would have been cricket.
Penis. Too.
All over it. All over Penis would have been cricket.
It would have been cricket and cornhole.
There you go. I didn't like that at all.
That just sounded so funny. I was trying to send out like a photo for social media.
Oh, this
I just hear cricket and cornhole.
I think I was right on the nose when we were talking about it earlier. Right off the smell, it just smells like a worse Jaeger. All right, here we go.
It's Jaeger. They just put it through a coffee filter.
With coffee still in it.
Oh man, Opa! It's got a lot of herbal.
No, I think Paul, go again because I think you should say Opa right after you drink it.
Opa!
Here we go.
I don't want this.
Yeah, you have to do 2 of them.
I don't
You guys
want-
are each doing one too.
Okay, yeah.
Opa! Oh God,
Yeah,
tastes
Kyle-
like carpet.
Kyle, you're gonna love Jaeger after that.
I don't mind Jaeger.
Doesn't it have it has like a weird texture about
Yeah.
it?
Come on, man. Hurry this up.
Make sure you say Opa.
Oh, it's gonna be like
He's
with the
stretching
snuff
for
that's in
this.
my
He's
mouth
getting
right now.
ready.
Come on, Kyle.
Oh come on.
Opa!
Kyle likes it.
Ooh.
Kyle doesn't like it.
You know what?
Opa!
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
God.
terrible.
Right?
Oh, it's in my mustache.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
If I had to describe what it tastes like, it would be like it'd be like if you wrung out Jaeger from a shag carpet.
Yeah, like it's real light on the licorice.
I'm scared
That's
to burp
fucking
later.
awful.
This is so.
Okay.
This was medicine in the 30s.
Oh, you're
Medicine
sick?
now.
Jimmy was swishing it around like mouthwash.
I had to get the flavor.
Opa!
Oh,
I
don't
don't
drink
want to say
coffee
Opa anymore.
Don't drink coffee after
Rebecca,
that.
give it
Oh.
a shot.
Yeah, Rebecca, come on.
Come
No,
on.
Rebecca has to.
If you're gonna sit here,
Can I
Yeah.
be the last one? I'm not ready yet. Here.
nope,
What
you're
does that
ready.
even
You ate
mean?
hash browns.
He's got a point.
Ate hash browns.
It's like somebody dropped a cigarette and melted licorice.
Actually, that reminds me of a great beer story. So the other day, I was having this beer. I was like, "Ooh, Vienna Lager. That looks like it's gonna be nice and tasty." And then I poured it. I smelled it, and I went, "Ooh, this smells like it's going to be good." And then I tasted it, and you know that smell of somewhat like a smoker's car,
Yeah.
where you smell the ashtray, but then you also smell all of the air fresheners that
The
they're
black
trying
ice
to get
air
rid of.
freshener.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't even that. It was worse. And like that just that smell of like inner city smoker's car, 30 years old. That was to a T the exact taste of this beer.
Cat gave birth in the back seat type
yeah,
car.
yeah, exactly. you could taste the cat that had given birth in the back seat.
You tasted the afterbirth.
I'm not drinking this again.
Opa!
Opa.
Yeah, that's good private stock.
All right, Kendall, we each got one more. What do you say? I go half, you go half.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Oh man.
The show's going to be over in about 3 minutes.
Swish it in your mouth. Swish it in your mouth. It tastes good.
All right.
That's what you said.
I bet you he could probably do 9 chugs of that.
I don't
And
advise
just
it.
vomit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had plans for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Kyle's still got to go to work.
Well, I guess I could do it as long as I wake up tomorrow. I was going to go fishing tomorrow morning.
That sounds great.
Where are you going fishing?
Are you good at it,
Ooh. Gargled.
Huh.
Rebecca?
It's time.
See, it doesn't burn. It just tastes like shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Rita's mic is live.
I think my teeth are falling out.
No,
All
that's
right,
just the
Rebecca,
meth.
you're really holding us up here.
Yeah,
You're
you're right.
really gunking up the works.
Hold on, you got to say Opa after. Oh, my God. Rebecca, what did you do to this thing?
I didn't do it. It was like that when I took the headphones off.
All right, well, take the shot and say Opa into the mic, and then give that to Kendall so that you can fix this again.
Insert sexist joke here.
Penis. Come on.
Come on, say Opa.
You got to say it. Come on. Swallow it.
Have you ever seen those videos of like?
All right, now can you fix this?
Hold on.
All right,
Have you ever seen those
I'm hunting you
videos of them like giving like a puppy like a lemon,
Yeah.
and then the puppy doesn't know what to do with it?
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll just send it this way.
No.
No, I just mean to send it back.
Uh,
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Re-
It's screwed out of the thing. Just leave it.
that sounds bad.
Rita, I
Yeah,
totally
good private
agree
stock.
with you on this. Yeah.
You know what the best part is, though? The store I got it from, they have like 10 more.
We should get all of it.
I'm going to.
They made more than one bottle of this.
They bought a whole case,
Ugh,
and they didn't sell a single bottle.
I'm not surprised.
Well, they sold one bottle because there was 11. So there's 10 more bottles at $7 a pop. Totally worth it.
Do you want to be good? White Russian. Take out the Kahlua and pour that in instead.
I'm actually thinking just put that through a Keurig and make it hot.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I get some cinnamon on the top.
Soak the
Nice-
hot dogs
nice
for the
froth.
tasting in there, you know?
Nice
Oh
froth.
yeah, we should boil the hot dogs in that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You guys are going to be
Marinate
out
a
of
steak
business
in
if
it.
that happens.
Imagine the color of the hot dog. when
Nice
it's-
and black.
All right, so we got now we got that stuff out of the way for now.
Now that our palates are ruined,
Yeah.
let's taste some beers.
So we got a beer. Tell us about it.
Jimmy, you're better at describing.
Oh,
these
that's a
than I
shot.
am.
It's Jimmy fucking Pierce.
Ah,
That rule was made. Sorry.
on.
Opa! Opa!
Man, Paul's right on top of it.
So, yeah, we got in front of
Opa.
us
Oh.
the Broomstick Pale Ale.
Really
It's
excited for
the-
this one.
The hop profile, it's a West Coast Pale Ale style, and then it has the English malt style build to it, so it's caramely, but it also has the like Citra Cascade profile behind it.
All right.
Should be. It's a lot of Centennial hop in the beginning too. So
Kyle going for no taste, no nose, just threw it back like it was a shot.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this stuff very well.
Kyle's not really a beer guy. Although he's coming around.
But that's all right. We make our beer for the beer lovers and the beer. We're just trying it.
I like it.
Tell you, that's fantastic.
it's simple but good.
Yeah.
Tasty.
And this is also sorry to interrupt. you
Tasty.
there, Kendall.
Yeah, look
But
at that
this is-
color.
This is also one of the clearest and most beautiful beers we have, and it is.
Which is funny
crystal
because we
clear.
don't try.
All right. Well,
Actually, fun story about this.
good thing we weren't Facebook Live right there, because that would have blinded everybody.
Yeah, why did that happen?
We never have the lights on during
No.
the show. It's a daytime show. Turn off the lights.
The room just got smellier with the lights.
Yeah. We had our mojo rocking, and
Nice Dave Sanderson shout out there.
shout out to Dave Sanderson. I was going to say something, and then I was rudely interrupted by
lights.
by incandescent bulbs.
They're fluorescent.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, honestly, like the son of Lincoln Reed, you should know what
know,
these bulbs
I
are.
said the
There's
funnier-
probably 60 of them in your basement.
The goal was the funnier word.
All of them hooked up.
Imagine that.
None of them plugged in now.
No. All right. Well, Red Baron, if it comes back to you,
Yeah. Just,
put it
yeah.
put it on the back burner. We're talking about the beer. Back to the beer. Broomstick.
Oh yeah. So this was actually we were trying out different beers, and during the summers when we experiment with stuff, and we were like, you know what, it probably couldn't change that much just when we add the hop additions, and because we were still learning this, and we did 2 beers, exact same recipe, just changing where the hops were, and it was 2 completely different beers, and we had a terrible one, and then this amazing beer.
Yeah,
out
this
of
beer
it.
was a mistake, just like me.
Here, why not?
Only we like this one.
Nice dark turn there. I like it.
What's the percentage, roughly?
42.
About 5. I would think 5.
That was close.
It's like right in the average.
Yeah. 42.
That was good.
Yeah, I like it.
We stopped caring about that. We just kind of make the
Definitely
beer.
got the English
Oh yeah,
right there. I like the English on the end there. I'm a big fan.
I'd also just make it up. Someone has just 5.5. What are they gonna argue you?
Well, I taste it.
I'm not drunk yet.
I'm a professional beer sommelier, and
Kyle, what'd you think?
It was good. Really good. I don't know what else to say, so.
Good analysis.
Very simple guy. Right to the T.
Kyle likes 4 beers.
I'm guessing Busch, Coors, Bud Light, and hold on, Michelob.
No.
I don't know what that is, but
Keystone.
He
Keystone.
likes,
Natty Ice.
Kyle likes Busch, Milwaukee's Best, Goose Island Summer Lager,
All right.
and Too Juicy. Makes no fucking
a-
sense.
what a
that- that
spectrum.
is- yeah.
Yeah,
Do you like anything in between?
He's got a
those?
spectrum.
It's like, oh, what are your 2 favorite movies? The Notebook and Die Hard.
In that order.
Summertime and Christmas, you're set.
He's a man for all seasons.
Season souls.
Well, I'm like Kyle. I can't articulate, but I can BS it better than he can.
I'm not trying to BS it.
Fine.
Well, you
Fine.
should. You're on the radio.
Well, they know me as Simple Souls.
Simple
Simple Souls. What was
So he was born.
What movie was the Simple Jack? What movie was
Oh,
that?
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic
yeah.
Thunder.
Jeez.
Simple Jack.
You never go full retard.
I'm waiting for the Leonard Skinner Simple Souls to drop.
Oh man.
I'm too tone deaf to sing it, but
I'd
Souls,
like
we
to
got-
hear you try.
Give us a couple lines.
No.
Come on.
No.
We could all try to harmonize because I feel like all of us here cannot sing.
You
to an
sang
equal
Yankee
amount.
Doodle on the show.
By accident.
No,
wasn't an
it was a
accident.
punishment.
Sing the whole verse.
So, Kyle, I can't help but notice that you chose the shot over the packets of honey I bought you.
No,
I did.
pass.
I also
Kyle-
forgot about the packets of honey.
So here's the thing. Kyle was making the accusation of himself that he has never had honey in his life. Who's buying that?
Me.
Nobody.
Wait, are we handing the cups down? Do we have more cups? I don't know what the plan is. Are we
I only
reusing?
brought 8 cups.
Okay, so we're reducing, reusing, and recycling these cups.
All right. Send it back.
Now, I remember we asked Stev last time he was with us, but what made you guys start brewing?
Jimmy.
There is.
Hey, take a shot, it's Jimmy fucking Pierce.
Ah, God damn it!
Stev's gonna be drunk.
Opa, opa, opa.
He drove himself.
That's the secret. I'm always drunk.
Ooh.
I think if you have enough of that, you just turn into a fish.
Gills.
Oh, I can feel them growing. Opa.
So yeah, what made you guys start?
We got a story on the back of our labels. I'm not really good at reading, so if we want to pass this down.
Oh, give that to Kyle.
We have these lights off for a reason.
I'll give you the harder one to read. There we go.
Wow. All right.
Is it small like the font on your
Bad
phone?
Fisherman Brewing, was founded in 2016 after the worst fishing day in recent memory. All day long, there were trout literally hopping out of the reservoir all around the canoe, taunting us with every splash. This is really small.
Here,
We
read this one.
We had been out on the water for nearly 7 hours without a single bite. We were frustrated, to say the least. We called it a day and decided to try something new. We chose to start home brewing. It's just a casual decision. I like it.
We like beer.
Our goal was to make unique. Nope, that's not unpretentious. This is really small.
We would think you'd be used to that.
This one's more readable.
That was a good one.
Unbridled.
You can take some more Opa. It says right here, we got the idea from Paul. After a lot of trial and error,
Our
we succeeded.
CEO.
Kyle sucks. Yeah, that's all right here.
You didn't say my name right.
Oh, sorry. Whatever name you're going by this exact second in time.
You should know.
I think that's a shot.
We should know. Kyle, you have 37 names.
Yeah, what do you mean? You've called
The
yourself,
one name that I called myself today.
You've called yourself 3 things today.
Yeah, but I'm just Milwaukee always.
No, because
No.
I got in the car and you said Jiminy Cricket Souls.
And then
By
you said
accident.
Simple Souls earlier.
I
You
hit
came
my
up
head.
with 2 new names today in less than 2 hours.
But that's kind of the gist of it, you know. That was off the top of my head. That's about the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a rough day fishing, you know, and they're just like,
And also, it was one of those things. Whenever we go fishing, there's always a
awful.
point. There's always a point that we just go, why do we like doing this?
We always come back though.
Oh yeah, always come back. There was one time where Jimmy fucking Pierce, he was like, I'm
He was ready.
yeah, see, I don't want that again.
Shot.
And he goes, I'm a cast overhand, everything into a tree, wraps it up, almost all of his line into the tree, and the fishing pole's just hanging there. We decided at that point, let's go make some beer.
There was another time I Gronk spiked a fishing reel just onto
Oh,
a
yeah.
rock. Shit
Yeah.
just blew up.
Yeah. Oh, there was one time he casted, or it got stuck on a rock, and he pulled it back. The thing goes flying right into my eyeball.
Ooh,
That
Kendall,
hurt.
think about that.
Thank you for coming on today, guys. Get out.
I want to sandpaper your corneas.
Oh, my God. Anyway, back to... We're glad you made the decision to brew beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Before we get to the next beer, I mean, last time Seth was on the show, talked about not being a humongous sports guy,
Mm-hmm.
but then proceeded to outpick everybody in the football pick'ems.
Yep.
Did I?
Yeah,
Yep.
you did better than everybody.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
I just tried to piss off the most amount of people.
That's usually what the NFL
Yeah.
does.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
But Jimmy
go to
fucking
the-
Pierce, are you a sports advocate?
I am a football fan and a NASCAR fan.
Patriots and Jimmy Stewart.
Giants and Chase
oh, yeah,
Elliott.
that's on the car. I should-
Giants and
oh,
Chase Elliott. I was a Gordon fan, but now Chase Elliott.
Which brings us to another fishing fun story. We saw a 2 meth heads. Yeah, you want to tell this one?
No, it's all you.
Okay, yeah. So we're walking down the woods, right? We see this one weird dude just walking the other way.
I feel like you need
And
to set the scene first. What
all
we were
right.
wearing.
Oh, yeah. He's
Our
one of-
finest lingerie.
How'd you know?
Opa!
I actually don't even remember what the hat was.
It
but,
was a Jeff Gordon hat with 24
Oh, okay.
on it.
Yeah, but we're walking through the woods, right? And then there's this one guy that's fishing, and then we're like, oh, that's a weird fucker right
Fucking
there.
metal face, you
Yeah.
know.
And then we start to walk back, and we see these 2 meth heads walking through the woods, right? And then we just all right, don't make eye contact, right?
They were both seeing
like good
dragons.
like good New Englanders, we don't make eye contact. We keep walking, and then all we hear behind us is Jimmy Johnson.
We're like 40 feet beyond him at this point.
and then
He stopped and turned around to make sure he got a look at us.
and then he starts talking to Jimmy fucking Pierce about this.
Jimmy Johnson.
And you could see the lady that was with him did not know where the real world was. She was seeing dragons, and this guy was one of them.
We were concerned she was not there willingly.
Yeah, but we left anyway.
New Englanders.
And then the weird guy that we thought was a weird guy at first came up to us afterwards, was like, "Did you see those 2 guys? That's what the fuck is with that?" And we were like, when the weird guy says that those people are weird, that is a bad time.
Time
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The girl was barely dressed too. She had like a nightie on that was like half torn. It was not pretty.
Yikes.
Sounds like a horror movie.
We should have called someone. We didn't.
Well, glad you did your civic duty and
Ignored it.
It's good. You guys are in the woods. It's okay.
Yeah, turn the other cheek. Kyle, I think in that story, you're the weird guy that warned them.
Probably.
Suspicious souls.
Suspicious souls.
Now we have.
So, Giants fan, huh? You excited for the season?
I'm somewhat excited. I'm optimistic.
Oh, I'm excited. Because last season...
Saquon Barkley ACL tear?
Oh, not funny.
I had a dream. Week 1, he broke down. He was in the middle of the field, and he cut, and he just went down.
Let's
His
do some
knee
of this
bent
all
at a
around.
90-degree angle, the
Little bit of
opposite
this.
way. Oh.
No, I mean, last season, like, we
Never
all...
just stuck a rabbit foot in his jock for the first game.
We all went into last season like the Giants were potential Super Bowl contenders last year. It was all over.
And McAdoo begged to differ.
McAdoo, horrible. And then we got killed by injuries, and the season was just a wash. I think the Giants have the potential to be a very strong bounce-back team this year. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender yet, but I think they can bounce back and make the playoffs.
I'm guessing 6-10.
I don't think so.
Mock's thinking a nice solid 7.
I say 10-6. The schedule's tough, but I think they'll be able to win games.
You can never judge a schedule at the beginning of the season. You don't really know what it's going to be.
So, Kyle, Mock and I were talking on another sports note. We're going to try when, the Tim Tebow comes to Hartford to try to do everything we can to get him on the show. If he comes on, we are going to ask him to take us, like, on a play-by-play of that last
thought by
last play by the
thought.
Steelers.
Fine.
Just say you're
Will
religious.
you argue with him
radio.
about it?
If he says he beat Troy Palmer, I'll say he lied.
I don't think you would.
Because he beat Ike Taylor.
I don't think he would say he beat Troy. We're going to ask the guy that did it. Like, he's not going to sit on a show like, yeah, I went out there and threw a 75-yard deep post pattern pass to,
Demaryius Thomas.
No, but I was like make up somebody else.
Can I tell you,
Virgil Green.
of all our games we've watched together,
We have a big fantasy year this year.
that one is one of my favorites because Kyle was so hyped for this game. He thought they were
kicked
going
us
to
out.
steamroll him. And then Tebow comes in, beats the Steelers in the overtime playoff game, and then Kyle threw us out of his house.
He even threw Kendall out, who's a Steelers fan.
Wasn't very nice.
My fault.
I was on your side.
And then you know what happened the next week? Tebow got shredded by the Patriots.
Who then probably won the Super Bowl.
No, I think that was the season the Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 2011.
It all blends together. Doesn't matter.
So overall, good season.
It's like LeBron. If they're not winning it, they're still there.
They're in it, yeah.
Sports.
So
Sports?
here's my prediction for the year. Right, Charles Barkley is going to come in single-handedly, take the Lombardi Trophy. He's going to just destroy every team. He's going to come in, just win.
I like that.
He's going to break everyone's ankles too.
I'd like to see
Not with actually running. He's going to actually
Gonna show up with a crowbar.
Yeah, literally break everyone's ankles.
Backed by a Taco Bell endorsement, perhaps?
That's
Kendall, you
horrible.
were all about those $5 fill-up box commercials.
$5 box, it rocks, it rocks. It's even good for a guy in dreadlocks. And so on and so forth. And
Opa!
Opa.
Yeah.
I'll do it. But what a great commercial it was.
Rebecca, you too.
And those were the lyrics, roughly.
Every time Kendall says something stupid, you have to do it with him.
Oh, could you
So you
imagine?
better get an IV.
Can you imagine if like Kendall, Kendall can't drink at the board anymore, so Rebecca's got to do all his shots for him.
She'd stop coming. Instantly.
Opa.
I think she would die. I don't think it'd be like. I think it would be like she'd be forced to stop coming.
Rebecca, look alive.
Because if Rebecca had to do the amount of shots equal to what the stupid shit Kendall says, that's like
Yeah.
4 times what she's drinking in her life. I mean, this bottle's already got a nice dent in it.
Does.
Let's finish it.
No.
Yep.
All right, so the beer we have.
The beer we have.
I'm getting thirsty.
I'll take over because I made this recipe. All right. It's our summer ale.
Shut up, Stiv.
It's our summer ale. When I made this, I kind of had the Sam Adams summer ale and then the Brooklyn summer ale. And I tried to just kind of like, if those both got in a room and just kind of made the magic happen, what would be produced?
You're talking about beers banging. I like
Yeah,
it.
beer's banging.
Making a banging beer.
Ooh.
And
You're
so
getting that private stock.
And so our summer ale has a slight wheat base.
Oh no.
Has a slight wheat base, and it has citrusy hops along with just bittering hops to kind of give it a nice flavor. Has lemon peel, and then it has paradise seed, which kind of gives it a little bit of a spice to it, but it's very subtle.
All right.
So
now, do either of you have like a background for like chemistry things?
His mom's a science teacher.
I had to take chemistry in college, beginner's chemistry. Got to blow some shit up.
Because I remember like when we talked to Tyler from Black Hog, like he had I forget which degree in chemistry and he had all kinds of like yeah. So like I don't know. I couldn't imagine trying to.
I
come up with a beer
I don't know if
recipe.
you were here earlier, but they were fishing and it didn't go well, and so they tried something different.
Like I couldn't imagine trying to write a beer. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Making beer is like doing anything in any profession. Most people just don't know what the hell they're doing. And you just take shots, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't,
I feel like
you
it's
pick
just
something
like
new.
cooking. You're just like, what does this taste like?
Yeah, it's more like cooking than baking. Like baking is like the sciencey kind of thing, but like making beer is kind of like just cooking. Oh, well, let's see what this tastes like with that and that.
It's like
and
last
that.
time I
Yeah.
put cinnamon in it. Let's try peanut butter this time. All right, that didn't work out.
You just don't know if it's going to be good for 4 weeks.
Yeah, and that's why I think I feel like it's more like cooking too, because of how many times you've talked to us about the beer or whatever. Like cooking, you tried something new, you added a new ingredient, and you're like, wow, this was amazing. Don't fucking remember what I did,
Yep.
but it was really good.
Yeah, we aim for a target, hit something completely different, and then draw the target around it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I like
what we
that.
do.
It's kind of like we make a beer.
That's like Kyle's whole life.
The silent nod. Yeah.
It's good for radio.
You know, we make a beer. We kind of aim for a style, and we can't really
Ever
be
get
like
it?
like we make like we're making like an IPA, and then we made a West Coast Pale Ale instead. And then instead of us trying to make it more of an IPA, we just was like, you know what? It's a good Pale Ale. We went with it.
See,
Yeah.
I'd like that.
We're not like most breweries where like they just name everything a pale ale or an IPA
No,
when
it's
they're not.
all New England IPAs. See, Pale Ale, it's a lie.
The dirty fucking lie.
Oh,
I'm gonna start
nothing's more
calling people
disappointing.
Like, this is a pale. No, it's not. I was
Smash it on the
told.
ground.
You're
Break
all
some
liars.
windows.
Knock the beer out of their hand.
But yeah, so this
What's weird to me is like there's beer companies out there that you guys can try the beer while I'm talking. It's okay. There's like beer companies out there that have like succeeded off of like making only one style of beer. It's like Jack's Abbey. They like only make lagers. It's like weird to me, especially because like in like the craft beer world now, like craft lagers, like I don't know, like I like a lager, like it's easy drinking, but you see so many craft lagers for like $11 for a 6-pack, and it's like, yeah, I could probably get like a 4-pack of a really good stout for this price.
well, it all depends on the ingredients because what is it? Our pumpkin when we make like 5 gallons, it's like what $100,
Oh, it's
and that's just on
like
our
10
end.
pounds of pureed pumpkin.
Yeah, or our IPA for 4.5 gallons is like $80.
Yeah.
Hey, next time you guys do the pumpkin, invite Souls over. He kind of wants to dunk in it.
Big-
kind of soak in it for a
Big
while.
pumpkin fan.
I don't think we're ever going to make that. I don't
Oh, yeah,
even
it's
think
done.
we're gonna like. Yeah, we took that out of our recipe book. Like it never even existed.
We're gonna turn to an apple ale instead.
Yeah,
Now, I thought of a beer idea that nobody should drink, but I'd still like you to make it.
we'll make it.
It's called the Festering Souls Summer Ale. So just
He
Make
takes a
the-
shower.
no, you make the beer, but then you gotta let Kyle get into it just naked and just kind of like wade in it.
Yeah. He'll wear an eye patch, though.
We
And then-
we
then
were
he-
looking at making one with lobster shells in it.
A lobster saison.
Yeah, we could just kind of do it all in one big thing. We'll get them in a bath with some lobster shells.
They
Garnish
better
it
be
with
taped
butter.
up,
Hold on,
right?
guys.
If they're
Can we-
real lobsters and
Can
they're
we-
alive, fuck that.
Kyle, let's dress you up as a lobster.
Yeah, there we go.
Rock lobster.
Still have to wear the eye patch, though.
Put you in a pot. It's like a hot tub.
Crustacean souls.
Crustacean souls.
I'm just trying to get boiled out here.
What?
Kyle, what'd you think of the summer ale? You like summer ales.
I do like summer
I was
ale.
excited for you to taste that one.
It was very good summer ale. Very fantastic.
Where would you rank it with other summer
Very
ales?
fantastic. Look at that. Oh,
Well-
great word.
See, I've only had a few.
Would you
Compare
pay
it to the
for
Goose
it?
Island one. They're not going to be offended. They want your honest
Well,
opinion.
I like the
We
Goose
all
Island one
told
the
them
best.
exactly how he felt about the pumpkin beer.
A few
garbage.
times.
If you don't tell us it's shit,
It's
I'm
in the
going to
top
punch
4.
you. Oh, all right.
Look, you like the Goose Summer, right?
I just said top 4.
Top 4 beers you've
Yeah,
ever
but
had.
you've only had 3
No.
summer ales.
Exactly.
Honorable mention too.
I'm sure I've had more. I just don't remember.
Coors Radler does not count as a summer beer.
The Bud Light Orange does not count.
I don't even want to talk about that. I sold so much of that yesterday.
Did you really?
Oh my god, people buying
Memorial
that like
Day.
crazy.
Still looking to try it. I know it's probably gonna be gross, but I'm kind of gross myself, so give that a
Put it
go.
on the ledge.
Just flying through these beers, I'm all excited. Read it.
You'll have to get a Rita opinion coming up because she doesn't drink beer. We got a thumbs down from Soul, so that was vetoed. That idea
Yep.
faster than it even.
She's gonna try.
Yeah,
and
I
talk
know how I
into
feel
the
every time
mic.
you think about getting me a croissant.
It's funny, you guys both gave each other the middle finger. Her middle finger looks like it belongs on an 85-year-old woman, and your middle finger goes 17 directions before you get to the end of it.
You should have a bird off with Uncle Bob.
His middle finger goes in more directions than Owen Wilson's nose.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, that was awesome.
All right.
Everyone does a shot of Opal for that.
All right. I'll go.
All round the horn, that was too good.
Steph.
That's wild.
This is your 5th one,
Oh,
babe.
Well, no,
No.
they don't have to do it.
No, Steph has.
Ooh, pour it over ice when you have your coffee there.
Oh no! Trust
Put it
me,
in the coffee. Oh, there's no more coffee.
There you go, bud.
I will never ruin the coffee like that.
Yeah, I'll just top off this.
It went up to my nose.
So I was telling Rita this morning on
sorry.
our
Opa!
on the Dunkin' Run. For those of you who don't live in New England and don't know what that is, I'm
Dunks.
sorry. But I was telling her I was looking at this post because the royal wedding happened, so there's all that stuff around or whatever. But it was
Stupid.
it was a thing.
Shout out Bob Souls.
Yeah, just because your dad was obsessed with it,
It
doesn't
just
mean
makes no sense why everyone wanted to watch it. Who fucking
It's
cares?
just because
It's
it's an event.
it's people wanting to live vicariously through them.
no one's
That's
gonna
all
watch
it is.
my wedding.
You're not a
You
don't
loyal
matter.
member.
Let me tell you something right now. Anybody who knows you would watch your wedding.
That's
They
true.
should. I will fart on.
Because Kyle's gonna be
You
like,
are. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now dip in the bride's mouth.
Kyle would be standing like at the altar, like, wait, Phillies are on.
Guaranteed.
Oh, rain delay.
Hold on. Hector Neris is pitching. Oh, he
Hopefully
blew
he's
it.
gone by then. Okay.
But so we were watching. Or I was looking at this post, and it was like who rocked the short hair better, Princess Diana or Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh, that's horrible.
But all the pictures were of Owen Wilson. It was so good. It was so good.
I would
Wow.
do some shit to Princess
Well, the best part
Diana.
was like so. I'll get a little bit more explicit with it. That I had just pulled my pants down to shat, and I saw it and I laughed so hard that I just everything came out at one time. Like I wasn't ready for it. Like I was kind of getting geared, ready to just do my business. But I laughed so hard it all just came out.
You ever sneeze and have that
just-
happen?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
actually the first I
Kinda
had
Broke
tear
the
some
bottom of the
skin.
toilet.
so I had to have a
that's so
I had to
bad.
have a procedure in which I had to force myself to poop, colonoscopy.
Oh.
I'm 50.
Kendall was his doctor.
Yeah. But
Garden
with the
hose.
colon sizers that Mock provided him with.
Yep.
But
There's still a remote up there, I think.
yeah, that's the beeping. So I had to to take the pills to laxatives and all that stuff. And the first time I sneezed at the first time, and when I stood up, it looked like someone painted the inside of the toilet bowl.
Sounds like my grandma.
there was just no.
That's gross.
There was.
She lives with us. She lives in my house, and it's not fun.
Well, you should be raking it then.
Raking it.
Raking the shit.
Yeah. Every time you go in, you just give it a good smell and be like,
Sounds
that's
to
a 9.
me like you need some OPA.
Wait, did you mean wafting it?
A rating?
I said ranking.
Oh, ranking.
Ranking.
I thought
You
you
said
You
said
said
raking.
raking.
Like
I
you said
leave.
I
raking.
said ranking.
Go there with a little pool skimmer. Like, ooh, what do we make this nice for the next people?
The trash cans are just looks like someone just squatted over it and took a shit.
And we just
nice.
lost our last listener.
And it was me.
This is halfway gone. Steph, you got some more drinking to do, bud.
Opa.
What's my name?
No comment.
Kyle.
What's his last name?
Since I'm brother souls, I can't swear, so it should be effing Pierce.
Since
That's
when
not
can
my
you
name.
Not swear.
Yeah, and you were
Brother
Simple Souls
Brother
earlier.
Souls.
You're swearing souls.
Everybody comes together. They all combined.
You know one thing you'll never be? Sophisticated.
I don't give a
souls.
fuck about that.
There goes Brother Souls.
I thought you couldn't swear. Opa.
No, I can't.
No, you just
Brother Souls doesn't drink Opa.
said... No. Brother Souls does.
Brother Souls has to do a wedding later. This would be more
After
fun.
drinking some Opa.
You're just
Kyle,
digging
putting
the
2
hole.
Whoppers in one bag does not count as a ceremony.
I now pronounce you a complete meal.
You may now take your change.
All right.
He goes, all right.
So I believe we have one more beer, and then we said we have the experimentals to do.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna be going to break soon. So we'll do the third beer now, so that way we can do the experimentals in the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to work some sports in here a little bit.
We did kind of.
We'll talk about the NBA and the
Both
NHL.
basketball series are going Game 7.
No,
There you
we'll
go.
talk about it next hour.
I just covered
Also with Riddler's rankings.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Opa.
Someone's
Here you
got to
go.
think of one of those.
Yeah, anybody can think of one. Anybody.
Stev will.
You guys have literally had all fucking week.
Yeah, I forgot about it till just now.
So, Jimmy fucking Pierce. I'm just assuming you're going to be telling us about the beers.
No, this was not my beer.
Yeah, so this
Oh.
is mine. Yeah, thanks.
So Jimmy fucking Pierce, could you tell me anyway?
I want Stev to take the reins on this
I
one.
think.
No.
No, I covered the first two.
Yeah, all right.
Now,
All right,
have
so-
you guys made a beer yet? You should make a beer like that incorporates fish somehow.
The lobster saison.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like fish.
Tuna.
Just boil a fish in
Well,
the
it's not
beer.
like boiling a fish.
Scrod.
Like, but it's.
The tuna IPA.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
I might throw up.
I'm
for
just
that.
saying maybe you just get like 30 cans of tuna fish and you just like squeeze it so the juice comes out.
Ferment it in fish oil.
Throw some omega-3 in there.
Mm.
You give that to your counterpart.
Oh, boy.
We gotta find one. We gotta find one soon. Those fuckers at Ballast Point screwed you guys over. This could have been your thing with the fish on the freaking.
Well, see, at least ours is all like Connecticut local fisheries. Theirs is like, what's a good name of a fish?
You like sawfish?
Sculpin.
Yeah. Sculpin. And then it's brother, grapefruit sculpin.
Pineapple sculpin.
Habanero sculpin.
Sunday.
All right, so this is the Noggy, right? Yeah. So the Noggy, I was trying to go for a New England IPA for this one. So any of you that have ever had like Trillium or Treehouse or anything like that,
The high end.
or Too Juicy is kind of one of those too.
Was not achieved.
Yeah, they tried, but yeah. So what you're not supposed to do is what I did, and so I put way too many hops in, and it came out delicious. So that's all I have to say about that. It came out as a really smooth beer, very hoppy and fruity, all at the same time. It's like everything you would ever want in an IPA, in one IPA.
Has a really nice silky mouthfeel. It's
Mouthfeel.
I tell you.
it's a term, all right. It's a term.
It is.
Can't do it.
But I liked how that
You're
sounded.
in a room with people that can see you. You can't like.
I can't
try
do
to-
it.
You can't try to zip up your mouth like you were going to say
Because
something.
it's something I was going to say. would
So
not
say
have-
it.
It's like everybody's favorite Rainbow Man.
Yeah, go ahead and take the oath. That's why I didn't say it.
Everybody's favorite rainbow man.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Oh, you know exactly what it means.
No.
I don't know what that means.
Well, think of what does rainbow represent? And I said man.
Leprechauns.
Close.
Gay people?
I
There
tell
we
you
go.
what.
Nice.
That's stupid,
Tell you,
Kyle.
silky mouthfeel. Like that a lot.
I've had a lot of this in the last 30 seconds. I'm not happy about it.
Kyle, you're going to have a rough day at work.
I'll be just fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay.
You're going to put your bare hand in the fryer.
8 o'clock news. Local man puts 5 Whoppers in fryer later.
Speaking of 8 o'clock news, did we see anything about last night?
No. Kyle, can I also, if we have, oh no,
Kyle,
we got to taste this beer
So hold
before
on, real
break.
quick, before he gets into that. He can't just come onto the microphone and be like, hey, did anybody see anything about that thing that happened last night? Because, believe it or not, there are people listening. And they're just sitting here like, gee, what the fuck happened last night?
So-
And now they're leaving to go watch it.
We were driving around from town to town trying to find a place to play wiffle ball because as 25-year-old adult men, we like to play wiffle ball at night.
Yeah.
And we were driving from Meriden to Wallingford, and there was a nasty accident with like a blue hatchback type vehicle that was in 3 pieces on Route 15.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
shit.
was pretty gnarly.
Like smoking like crazy.
And we just went that way.
Yes,
Cool story.
Kyle,
This is why you can't just say things. This is like one of those things. Like when we hit the break, you're like, "Oh, hey, did anybody see anything about on the news about that?" He's like, "Hey, quick question. Anybody listening? Anybody? Hey, some of those German viewers. You guys hear anything about that on Route 15 in Connecticut? Pretty fucking rad, right?
Call us. 203.
They might have.
555
So the
logs.
Noggy IPA.
The Noggy IPA. Yes,
Noggy
we're gonna
IPA.
break
Oh,
some.
I've been waiting for this one.
and by the way, it's named after the Naugatuck River because it's a nice hazy beer for a nice hazy river.
I remember that.
Good for you, Kyle.
Yeah, I've had really a lot to drink already.
Fun history fact from the historian in the group: the Naugatuck River Valley was originally the brass capital of the world.
Damn right.
Brass
and
Mill
the
Mall.
button
Ansonia,
capital
Derby,
of the world,
Connecticut.
and the button capital of the world, and now buttons are made in Button City in China rather than Waterbury because Waterbury sucks.
Kyle, is that why it's called the Brass Mill Mall?
Probably.
No, Kyle.
No, it is.
It's the Brass Mill Mall because the entire mall is made out of brass.
Oh my god.
It's just worth
The
like $3 billion.
entire thing.
That mall also sucks.
What?
Mall sucks.
Oh, I thought you
I
said
think
this beer
all
sucks.
malls.
No.
I was like, all right, Kyle.
We're about
I
to
know
have
we
a
said
talk
to be
during
honest,
this break.
That's my
Let's get
favorite
out of
beer.
here. Yeah, it's so good.
My favorite's the first one that we had.
I was going to say the same thing.
Oh, miss, just let me know when you're talking.
Well,
I'll turn your mic on.
what's-
Oh yeah, that's
what's-
good when you're really far away from the mic.
Jeff. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Hold on. It's probably better to just leave it off because we're gonna move it and it's gonna break again.
You're right.
Hey, Jimmy fucking Pierce.
Nice.
I just want to say, which two beers did they like the most?
Shut the fuck up. All right.
The two that I came up with.
Ooh, quick
So,
shot.
Jimmy fucking Pierce has to take one now.
Joke's on you guys.
No, but the Noggy,
Where the fuck's the
you don't.
pumpkin?
It doesn't feel like it's that alcoholic, right?
No.
It's like we say 7.5 on the bottle. That's really ranges to 8 to 9. It'll
Yeah,
get
put you on your ass. Yeah.
It's a dipper.
It'll do some damage.
Dipper quality.
Oh yeah.
Double IPA.
Big fan.
Dipper.
Big fan of that beer.
Opa.
It gets smoother as you get drunker.
You just don't taste it as much.
On that note, we'll probably go to break soon.
Yeah, well, Facebook Live going.
Yep, but
Keep talking just for a second, sorry.
okay, no problem.
Just trying
Producer.
See if I can fix something.
Hopefully, we will be Facebook Live, so you can put some beautiful faces to these beautiful brewers.
I'd like you to blur out my face.
No,
Like, do
we
like,
actually
you know,
we have a
the
camera that's going to be
silhouette thing.
superimposed on. It's supposed to be your face, but it might be.
Okay,
Nicholas.
well, I'll try to squint really hard so my face looks pixelated.
I'm just
that's
worried
just
about
what Kendall
smelling
looks
it.
like all the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kind of just like an angry Asian person at all times.
With red hair, working on the railroad.
More or less, yes.
But trains are
What's up?
stupid.
Yeah, boats are so much better.
Boats are superior to trains.
That they are. I tried to get a job on
Can
a
you go
freighter.
fishing on a train?
If there's a pond,
Yeah, but the train has to be stopped.
You gotta have one fast ass fish to be
You have to
catching that lure.
inconvenience everybody.
Yeah, it's very unlikely.
pull the emergency brake.
But a boat, if you're gonna go fishing.
Well,
with a
what if
boat-
you put the lake on the train?
Well, hold on, what are we talking about here? Because then you gotta have
Waterproof a storage cart.
Fish
And
too. Well,
then
you could just use a hopper. Just put
You
the
could.
water in the hopper.
That you could.
God,
I think
it is sickening that I know that.
fishing on a boat's hard if it's moving.
yeah. Drink that opa.
Opa.
You have like 9 more coming to you, Stev.
Oh my god.
I'm hoping you guys will just kind of forget about it.
Opa.
Try to get you guys to drink more, so that you forget about it. I
A
just kinda
soul's never
sneak out.
forgets.
That was a healthy slug.
Yeah, I used a train reference.
Fuck you, Kendall.
It's good for this economy.
No, it's
Not
not.
Good for this family.
Maybe the
for
family,
everyone.
but not the
The
economy.
family or the economy?
Both.
But yeah, so we're gonna be going to break. Are you ready now, Kendall?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna be going to break. We'll be back in some amount of time. We'll be Facebook Live. We'll have 3 new experimental beers to try. We'll be talking more with the brewmasters themselves.
Well, it's all one beer.
It's 3 of the same beer.
It's 3 of the same beer.
Opa. So yeah, we'll be trying another beer, and yeah, Riddler's
back.
rankings, and we'll be back. Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by assholes,
We're still here.
and we're still joined by Stiv and Jimmy fucking Pierce.
Or
know-
the smelly assholes, actually.
You know,
Yeah, it's really hot in here.
My mic wasn't on until halfway through that sentence.
Okay, well, you don't have to, jump the gun there, guy.
Cool.
I should eat a packet of honey because
Oh, yeah. As one does. You should now have some of the Opa to, wash that down.
Chase with the honey.
Oh my god!
That's a.
I don't know.
I can
Put the
see
honey
the
in your mouth.
indecision
Put the
just
honey in your mouth.
brain.
I
and
feel like
take
my
a shot.
tongue will have a stroke.
Do it.
Shout out Dave Sanderson.
We're
listening on
willing
Facebook Live.
to
We're willing to risk
sacrifice
it.
that. Yeah.
And Peter Pinho.
Peter's there. We're just gonna have Peter and Rebecca have a nice conversation on our
Yeah.
feed. That's nice.
Rebecca just read it. Hi, Dad.
Dad.
But we're here. Get on Facebook Live. Look at our faces.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
ugly faces, mostly mine.
If we get enough comments,
I've-
you get to see another guest on our show.
I've got a
His
healthy
name is
glow.
Coach Annis.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, you and Coach go way back.
Yeah, he taught me all my ways.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only thing you had to teach him was how to wipe his mouth.
Yeah, he always seems to get a little messy over
All
there.
right, so I'm going to try this. It's been intriguing. So I'm going to put this whole packet of honey in my mouth, then take the shot of the Opa and mix them around. But before I do that, Riddler's rankings.
Someone should also get a bucket in front of you in case.
There's-
I don't vomit.
I want to go back to my other seat.
I was gonna say they're setting you up over there.
I'm not going to vomit. And if I do, I got Jimmy fucking Pierce right here to catch it.
But
That's
what's
it.
funny is if you look at the Facebook Live, both of your faces are perfectly covered.
Holy
Like-
shit, we're on the TV. Look at that.
Nah.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, give Jimmy fucking Pierce the Opa. Give it to him.
Yeah, that was
I'll
kinda-
take
That
that,
was a
yep.
fangirl response. But the other thing is you're actually live on Penis Network right there.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, if you guys promote, PPR.
Peter, you know exactly how much I can fit in my mouth, so stop talking crap.
If you go to promote PPRN, be very careful typing on your phone, because I've caught myself many times where I just typed porn.
I've actually tagged. So
Your phone remembers what you type.
I've tried to send this to people.
The O and the P are right next to each other. It's-
When I go to type in the Y, I get something different.
I've had people I've Facebook messaged people being like, "Oh, hey, where can I listen to your show?" And I was like, "Well, we go Facebook Live, but you can also listen to it on pprn.net." And they're like, "I can listen to it on porn.net," and I'm like, "You should also go there, but you should also."
I wonder what's on porn.net, because it's a .net, That's just extra sketchy right there.
Viruses for your computer and you.
Peter
Ooh.
says to make sure you grab the arm, not the mic.
Hey,
Not the mic.
I told him that during the briefing.
No, Kendall didn't say shit. Kendall
Oh
was like,
my God.
"This is exactly what Kendall said." Peter, he was like,
It's a different setup than the other one.
"So like this is no, don't do that."
Don't do that. I was
Don't do that.
mashing that one.
Peter, basically what Kendall said during the break was, "You can do whatever you want. This is all my equipment."
I remember him saying that.
Yeah, he was like, "Honestly, this board is waterproof, so whatever you want to do, just do it." Water balloon fight in 3.
water balloon fight.
And I won, so.
All right, everybody, throw your beers.
All right, so Riddler's ranking. Who came up with the topic?
Rebecca did.
Yeah.
Yep, but unfortunately, she's not allowed to talk anymore. So, no, go ahead.
Wait. And you were live.
What am I supposed to say?
All right.
Oh,
All
my.
right. We had all break.
You are not live.
We literally set her up with
Oh.
what she was supposed to say.
The top 5 running backs in the 2000s.
Yes, the top 5 running backs in the 2000s.
In the CFL.
All right, Johnny means.
Well, this is easy.
So let's see. If I'm gonna rank them 5 to 1, for me, I'm gonna go. Number 5 is Adrian Peterson.
Bullshit.
Even though he came in later in the decade, he was still dominant right out of the gate. And he had kind of like one of the best rap sheets we've seen in a long time for a running back type of deal. Number 4 is Chris Johnson, one of very few 2,000-yard rushers, and lightning quick speed, fastest 40-yard dash time up until last year, right?
Last year.
When that no-name jagoff from
John
the Bengals
Ross.
got
Kyle's
it.
favorite player.
He sucked.
Glass bones.
You don't mean that.
He hadn't done anything yet.
Good 1 year.
Number 3, Curtis Martin. Real serviceable guy, real good running back. I think he's, top 6 now?
Yeah.
All time in rushing?
He's
I
in
think
the
Frank
top.
Gore passed him, right, and bumped him down to 6. I
Yeah.
think. I'm not sure. Number 2, this might be biased, but I'm going to give it to Matt Forte, just because he is one of the most versatile running backs to ever play the game. Granted, he didn't play that long in the 2000s era, but he was completely unstoppable in all assets of the game. And the only reason he's number 2 is because the most dominant dual threat running back to ever play the game was LaDainian Tomlinson.
There you go.
Yep.
Good list.
All right.
I like it.
Now I want to know where Kyle disagrees.
You can disagree all you want. That's fine.
Only one I could disagree with is Chris Johnson.
He had 2 good seasons.
I just have to think about who else would be there. But
Hey, he's a 2,000-yard rusher.
yeah, but
1 season.
he did it
But
a
he's
couple
still-
years.
no.
Then he fell off pretty quickly. Once they figured out his speed, he got.
Yeah, but think
Okay,
about-
okay, hold on. May I have my counter argument
Yes.
here? You're right. He did fall off quickly after 2010. We were talking about the 2000s. Don't
He
care
did
what he
nothing. He did
Don't-
nothing. 2,000-yard season. Went back to doing nothing.
did. No, he was dominant in the 2000s. Yes, he came out. He was very good.
We're looking at a Tennessee Titans team that was, decent at best. Think about after, Vince Young, did his thing, his heyday, of 2 seasons of being a starter.
Say a rookie contract.
Yeah, then the Titans kind of disappeared into the ambiguity that is the AFC South. So
Good word.
thank you. I prepared the speech like
Spell
months ago. Oh, it's not even a word. That's when you have no quarterback and Chris Johnson's carrying the ball. He's got 35 carries a game. Yes, he's gonna be stifled. But he's still good.
So Chris Johnson's 3 years in the 2000s era, he rushed for just shy of 4,500 yards and rushed for just shy of 35 touchdowns. So that's 3 years.
Okay.
And he had 1 great season, then we did most of that.
No, it's not true at all. He had 2,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. The year after that, he ran for 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns. And his first season, he ran for 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. That's a great... You're going to tell me that's a bad season. 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. You're going to argue it's a bad season.
I'm gonna be quiet now.
That's not a bad season at all, especially as a rookie. You're right, he did fall off, but we were talking about the 2000s only.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think
That's Kyle's defeated voice.
No.
Okay.
I think he's deserving to be on that list for those accolades. I mean, his first 3 years in the league were in the 2000s, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
Bell didn't do that.
No. Bill
Smoking
towards
too much
ACL
pot.
2 years in a row.
We watched one of them happen.
Can we not talk about that?
Greatest
I like that
live
T-shirt we
sports
saw at the game. His face in a joint, high as Bell. Good shirt.
Was that the game he got hurt at?
No, I don't think so.
We also, me and Kyle were talking about this the other day. We also saw Palomalu's last game because he got hurt.
Yep. I'm not going to say anything about it. I was
want to
shit
talk
on,
about players getting
was
hurt.
shit
Let's
on
talk
by
about
multiple
Tony
people on
Romo.
this show. I demand an apology, Kyle.
I apologize.
Good.
You didn't mean that.
Want to do some OPA with me?
No.
Come on, I'll do the honey OPA.
I
if you
think
do a
just by
regular OPA.
denying
That's
it,
not
he's got to
fair.
do it.
Kyle, how's it not fair? I'm going to put a whole package
Did you
of
already
You
eat
like
a pack of
honey.
honey?
I did. You want to split this honey?
I do not.
Did you get that at Cumbies? Because that looks like a Cumbies honey
No, I
packet.
actually reached over the counter at Dunkin' Donuts and grabbed it. But
It's
made by the
honey
same company that makes like
Cumbies.
the Cumbies relish.
You can give Jimmy fucking Pierce the bottle though.
What are you saying?
He should talk about Cumbies and the honey and the bee joke.
Cum
Didn't we?
bees. It's bee cum.
That's what am I doing? Am I taking the shot
Yeah, dude.
and then putting the honey in my mouth? Or am I putting the honey in my mouth first?
I would think you have to do the honey first.
Just put it all in your mouth. Said,
Calm down,
Now
Michael
we're on the
Scott.
radio here. So.
Yeah. Actually, I potted her down. They still heard it, but I potted her down.
All right, there it goes.
You didn't get all of it.
All right.
you just gotta suck a little bit harder.
Flashback to all the Gogurt days of summer.
Gogurt days of summer.
Really
Right,
swish it. Swish it.
Turn
There you go.
right.
Oh,
turn
yeah.
right.
Oh,
Turn right.
just the fact that you have that in your mouth for that long.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right.
And the verdict is...
It didn't change the taste.
I see the.
It just
like,
made it harder to swallow.
I see a little bit of your soul died as you did that.
Souls.
So, what's this beer we have here?
I don't know,
Alright.
but I can't drink it. Not with this. I need something to get this taste out of my mouth. There's a small iced coffee
Well, I
in the
have the
fridge. Can you
perfect
retrieve it?
thing.
What do you have the perfect thing? Is the perfect thing, does it come out of a... Never mind.
It's my penis.
All right, we're on the same page. I was going to say, is it a phallic fluid?
And the coffee's on deck.
Oh, that's gonna make it even worse.
No, it's just to get the taste out of the mouth.
You should have done like
It's
a
going
triple
to
thing.
amplify the taste.
Now
Honey,
wait,
coffee.
Trust me.
this is the best.
I did the same thing.
This is the best iced coffee Dunkin' Donuts makes.
Cold brew?
Dark roast.
Butter pecan Puerto Rican.
It's just sugar.
That hurt. That hurt right there.
You're welcome. And yeah, sugar is amazing. I don't know if you
All
know
right.
this, but like, sugar makes alcohol, dude.
It does.
And we all like alcohol.
But we don't necessarily like the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Yeah, we
beer-
do. We all like sugar.
We like the sugar to go away.
We just
So the
like it in
beer.
different form. Yeah, beer.
The beer. All right.
Whose recipe is this?
This is mine.
Okay.
We've made modifications to it since this.
Does it have a name?
It is a. We have a name kind of lined up for it. It's a wall hanger.
I like that.
I like
It's. I was aiming for an American ale. It has a lot of bittering hops with a little note of fresh Citra whole hops into it. It's very mild. It has more of a golden ale taste to it. I'm trying to get a little bit more hoppy flavor behind it, but yeah, this is what just kind of came out of the first shot at it.
All right.
Alrighty.
It's not bad. It's just not anything to write home about.
I like it.
So you guys just love it.
I like. I think because it's been sitting, so it got a little warm. But if it was very cold, I think I could slam them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's you can play beer
That's
pong.
what a brewmaster wants to hear.
Also,
No, like,
a
If
little.
this was
a little
ice
aside.
cold, I could drink it so fast I don't taste it.
No, that's not what I mean.
Yeah, because like that's why Coors puts like the don't drink until it's this cold, is because you can't taste things when they're too cold. Like
All the dirty flavors are gone at that point.
all the flavors are gone at that point, dirty or
Hey,
not.
that's made with Rocky Mountain sludge. You behave.
If you're not getting brain freeze, you're doing it wrong.
Like I like when IPAs warm up, I think they're better at like a room temp than when they're cold.
I would agree with that.
But like if it's not an IPA, I'd like it to be cold. I think this is very good.
Would you? If it wasn't an IPA, you'd like it to be cold?
What?
You want a cold Bourbon County? No.
Well, I don't drink stouts.
Let me tell you, that Bourbon County that you gave us, I appreciate the offer so much, but I will admit we were not
It was
able
garbage.
to finish it.
We hated it.
We can appreciate stouts, but that one was difficult.
Paul might leave.
I'm dying inside right now. I don't remember which year I gave you.
2015.
Right, that wasn't the best year.
You're like, yeah, we appreciated it. We understand why people drink it. We had.
What didn't you like about it?
I
Too
didn't.
boozy?
Well, a little bit of that, and a little bit of it was almost like drinking syrup.
Yeah.
Like we like
Did you drink it cold?
chilled.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's why.
Well, I mean, like
I mean, everyone has different taste buds. That's how it works. But
Tastes like you should put water in it to
I
kind of
always,
dilute it.
I had one chilled one time,
Mhm.
and I wasn't that big of a fan of it. That was the first one I ever had.
Yeah.
And then I tried it again the next year at just room temp,
Yeah.
and I loved it.
Well, see, it was like one of those things. We like stouts, but that was almost like porter thickness, you know?
Yeah, that
like
was
Yeah, it's
Like
like
a
it's a
triple
different
porter.
animal.
Yeah,
It's a different animal. It's not like drinking breakfast stout from
We
Founders.
can appreciate it. Don't get us wrong, but that was
Let me tell you something. I had the Northwoods Bourbon County on the show, our
Yeah.
first show here.
yeah.
Blueberry and marzipan.
I can get
Oh,
behind that.
No, it was so good. It just tasted like summer picnics.
Really.
Yeah, it was so good.
He laid out a blanket and everything.
Ants included.
I was naked. Well, see, the thing is, I'm a huge stout guy. Like that's like, I would give up all the IPAs in the world before I'd give up a stout.
It's
And
the next wave of
exact
beer.
opposite.
Like
Stouts are a thing.
I would burn Treehouse to the ground before I would let Founders Breakfast Stout go away.
Have you ever had Treehouse's stout?
Which one?
I don't know, but it was one of the
So-
stouts.
I've only
They
had
have a
2 dark beers
delicious-
from them.
The brown and the stout, I'm guessing.
I've had Single Shot, which is a coffee with their coffee
I've
milk
had that
stout.
one, yeah,
I think
that's the
coffee
one.
milk stout, and then I had another. I can't remember the name of. I have one of their other stouts actually right now in my room, but
Mhm.
I don't remember what it's called.
The best dark beers are Heinecker Brewing in New Hampshire. They're a small, like in a garage unit. Heinecker Brewing. They're like 4 hours away.
I don't get up there that often. And usually when I do, it's to go to some train station brewery.
Well, you got to go to Heineker.
What's it called again?
Whetstone.
Whetstone.
Yeah, we need to find one with a boat.
It's on the water.
Yeah, it's on the water.
Boats are better than trains, though.
There's no trains anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, trains are a dying breed.
It's only Amtrak.
Well, Amtrak's okay. Kendall knows that.
The New England Central run a train up on those tracks. They go to
We actually missed our reservation because Kendall stayed outside and filmed it.
We didn't miss a reservation. I had the text. We made it. We didn't lose our spot.
We lost our spot.
We didn't lose our spot. Hey, I tell you what. The poutine, very good there. Very good. Not a fan?
Is that
Way
all?
better than the trains.
Yeah, you could have eaten
You know,
garbage.
this is a sports and beer show. You'd save your train discussion.
It's one of those things that, like,
later.
I feel like hating on trains is its own sport.
Perhaps it is.
And we're good at it.
You're
Some
damn
of the
good
things
at
that,
it.
like, that's one of the things I love about beer so much is, or any booze really, because I'm also a really big bourbon and Scotch drinker. But it's just like some things like that are loved by so many people. There's just people that just don't like them.
Mhm.
Like everybody's got different taste buds. Like I love Bourbon
Yeah.
County with like all my heart. I love it.
Oh, well,
But
and that's the thing, like being able to appreciate it without going, oh, that's just garbage, that's just shit.
Yeah, that's
Like,
my,
you know,
that's my
like-
dad right there. It's like tries it. It tastes bad. It's bad.
Right,
It's
well,
like,
your
no, it's
dad's
not
British.
bad.
That's a
Your
huge
dad's
thing that you guys
British,
were able to
so-
say, because I mean, obviously, you know what you're talking about with beer.
Mhm.
But you say like I appreciated it,
Mhm.
but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
like it wasn't
yeah,
my like.
yeah.
That's how I am with like Scotch and bourbons. Like I'll have a Scotch that like people love, and I'll be like, I understand why people like this,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Also, that is me during the Olympics because I love sports. I love watching them and not knowing anything about them, and that's why I love the Olympics.
Me too.
Hey, that
Yeah.
guy's swimming. He's doing a good job.
Well, no. At first, you're like,
Swimming's
oh, they're
tough.
all doing a great job. But by the time you watch for like an hour, then you're like, no. I see his hand's a little out of place there.
That's like
That
when,
guy
one
dove in the
stroke
pool
didn't do
bag.
it right.
when the normal person watches like gymnastics and they try and start giving out grades.
I'd give that one an 8. Everyone gives it a 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's 10. That's a 10.
After about 20 minutes, then you're watching. Oh no, that was like a 2. That was
I
garbage.
saw her sneeze over there.
For me though, it's Winter Olympics all the way.
Oh hell yes.
Actually, Souls and I watched the. Remember we watched the biathlon together?
Yeah. Real
So
boring to me.
you guys know what
Oh,
that is?
I love the biathlon.
Do you like
Skiing,
the-
shooting, and something else,
Do
right?
you like the
No, just
biathlon?
skiing and shooting.
I could
We
probably
watched that
tune in.
too.
You watched it with me too?
Mhm.
Souls and I watched it together too.
We were all
It's just
together.
It's secret
long-
biathlon trip.
It was actually.
long distance skiing, and then you have I think it's 3 laps, right? You have one.
Something like that. Yeah.
You have 1 lap or 2 laps where you're standing shooting, and then the 3rd lap I think you lay down
Yeah.
and shoot.
It's prone shooting, and you're shooting something like the size of a $50. So
Yeah,
that's
it's a
like,
$50. I think it's like 50 plus meters away or something like that.
I would say 50 meters, and you're shooting a 22. So that's like,
And
like-
every shot you miss, you have to take an extra quarter-mile lap.
oh no, it gives you a 5-second. I thought it was a 5-second
Penalty?
time penalty.
Yeah.
No, there's a lap.
Oh,
There's
shit.
a penalty lap
oh
that
fuck.
happens. So when you miss one, they go into this little side lap thing, and they skate one little lap in it. It's just
shit.
it's just a circle, and then you go back onto the course and start going again.
But you know what people don't appreciate with the biathlon is when you're shooting. I don't know if you guys have ever gone shooting before, but like going target shooting, like you need to slow everything
Yeah.
back down. You need to get your heart rate back down to like total resting heart rate, and then get it right back up again and get it right back down again. Like I'm surprised they don't have heart attacks.
They probably
That's
do.
crazy.
Your whole heart just
That was
kind of
like word
freezes
for
for
word,
a
like
second. When you
Al Michaels just talking about how to be a.
But Winter Olympics,
forgot what it was called.
like,
and you also have to just lay down on the ice,
like
ice, snow, and just pull a trigger. It's
What's
just,
the most-
that just sounds awful.
what's the most dangerous sport in the Summer Olympics?
Running against Usain Bolt.
Women's volleyball.
If you're watching it at home,
No.
on your couch-
We were saying the most dangerous, not the best to watch.
See, like we're all making like these jokes. Then you go to the Winter Olympics, and it's like,
The
what's the
luge.
most dangerous sport?
The
The
luge.
skeleton. Because the luge, you go feet first. Skeleton, you go head first.
You just die.
And you're going. Actually, did you ever see the speed they get? That you're going like 70 miles an hour,
Yeah, they
head
get-
first.
The guy, so not this past Winter Olympics, but the one before that, a guy went into a turn too
Yeah,
high,
yeah.
and he came out right into a concrete support beam and
Oh.
just died
yeah,
instantly.
he's from Turkey.
But when he went into that turn, they clocked him at 84 miles an hour.
And then stopped. Went from 80 to 0.
He didn't feel much.
I
No.
I have a thing that I think Kyle right now wants to say the little phrase from Cool Runnings. And
You don't break bones.
He's just trying
your
to work
bones
it in
shatter.
He was just waiting to pick his spot.
Some people say they can't believe.
Come on, Kyle.
Opa,
we got a bobsled team.
Actually, I know the whole song.
Feel the rhythm.
Feel that I. Let's go, guys.
No, that's not it.
Bobsled time.
I don't know the words.
Let's
Feel the
go,
feel the
guys.
ride.
Let's
Get
go
on up.
get in that sled.
Yeah, that was more Russian, but
That was
Let's
the
go.
John Candy
Big ol'
part.
gets in this.
It's bobsled time. But
Yeah,
so-
did you see this year though the German
Opa.
2-person bobsled team that they got, I think it was gold by like a few hundredths of a second because they finished on their side
Yeah.
because they took the last corner as quick as like physically possible and they ended up going sideways down through the finish line and they got
They
that was how
committed.
They got their medal. Oh yeah,
They
were like,
committed
no,
hard.
We're going.
You want gold?
balls
Let's
deep.
go.
Guy Ted. Hey, I'm gonna dump this thing, but we're gonna win.
So that's one of the things that like amazes me about the Olympics because those sports, it's all like it's a timed thing. Whereas like
Yeah.
basketball, football, stuff like that, like there's a time limit you're working in. Whereas like swimming is just however quick you can do it.
Mhm.
And to be able to like shave off 100th of a second is like a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, Usain Bolt actually has the slowest start time of any Olympic athlete, and if he just did that, he'd keep breaking records by going the same speed, just starting quicker. So like by like half of a second. He's
I think
slower.
he does it just for fun. Be like, I'll give these guys a head start.
He's so light, you just.
But it
skids
sounds
out.
more Cool Runnings-ish.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is so amazing, like you said with swimming, because like I swam in high school, so I can watch swimming in the Olympics and like kind of
You
like
a submarine?
no, kind of like appreciate what they're doing because that sport is terrible, and to watch them do it so fast, it's amazing.
Swimming?
Yeah,
Women should have to swim in bikinis. That's all I'm saying.
it's not aerodynamic.
Nude.
Oh God, at the Olympics,
Nude, fully shaved. That's what you're
Whenever.
aerodynamic as possible.
just whenever.
Head and all.
I mean, whenever I go somewhere and there's a woman swimming, they should be naked.
I'd
I'm
swim
willing
naked.
I'm
I would
willing to
swim
take the
naked.
loss if it's not someone that should be naked for all the ones that should be naked.
But then
Come on,
what you got to do
Grandma.
is then all guys got to be naked too, and then I do not want to see
Whatever.
that
I got selective vision.
for the guys.
Just imagine Kyle at the beach.
Yeah, Kyle and his eye patch. I mean, come on.
Eye patch.
You.
I don't
guys
know. I
are
don't
the
know the
worst.
eye patch joke, but I'm liking it.
Oh, it's fresh.
He
As
just
of
came up with it.
Half hour ago, 40
Eye
minutes ago.
patch souls.
All right, so we're gonna work a little bit of sports into this. That's not like like sports we normally talk about. But
Another 4 years away, you know.
NHL Stanley Cup, very exciting this year.
My Knights, man.
I'm sad that my Bruins aren't there.
Give him that fucking Opa.
No, Kyle, we talked about this.
We
Paul,
did talk about this.
Paul said I can be a Knights fan without being a front runner because this is my first year liking hockey.
Actually,
no, that's
actually,
not true.
actually, fun.
You like the Bruins, then the Rangers.
No.
No. He liked Sagan.
I like Sagan and Lucic.
He liked Tyler Sagan and Lucic. He
Two
didn't
good
like the
players.
Rangers or the Bruins. He liked the players. Mock's never been into hockey.
You like the players?
If you decided to go be, I'm going to go be a Capitals fan. I just, I like Sidney
I'd be
Crosby.
pissed.
That would be bullshit because, Kyle, I bought you a Penguins hat.
I'm a
and
Bird
you've never
fan.
worn it. You're a Bird fan?
I also got Kyle some apparel that he's never worn.
Oh my god.
And lost.
Fuck off.
Was that the bikini?
No, it was a
It's
Casey
not
Hayward
winter time
jersey.
for the hat.
Casey Hayward? Cameron Hayward?
Cameron Hayward.
Yeah, whatever.
Casey Hayward
I'm not joking.
it'd be cool if he was a Steeler. We could use him.
But anyway, the point I'm making is Mock can be a Vegas fan. He's not a bandwagon fan if he is. He
It's
can't.
their first year.
Yeah,
This is
there's
the
no
way
such
that-
thing as a bandwagon fan for them because they're his first
this
year.
is basically the way I looked at it. He won't be considered a bandwagon fan, but he can't he can't be all about the Stanley Cup because he wasn't a fan from game one.
I think we should have to do the same thing we did for the NBA with NHL.
I don't want to do that with the NHL.
Listen, I think he just has to get merch or a tattoo, one or the other.
Tattoo.
On
Tattoo.
your ass.
Ooh, we should put that to a Facebook vote. Tattoo
Ooh,
or merch,
no.
and we know you're gonna lose.
No.
Actually, my second favorite team from hockey, so I like the Bruins, but then my second favorite was the Blackhawks because my mom used to know the former owner of it. A little humble brag there, but
Woman?
I
used
don't
to
know
know
the one that when they played the Russian team.
Oh yeah, okay.
She lived across the street from him, but now I think I'm going to the Vegas Knights for that one because that was one hell of a starting season right there.
It's also cool too that they retired the number of the amount of victims that were
That
killed
was
in the
classy
Vegas
right
shooting.
there. Yeah.
That was very cool that they did that. I mean, not even a season in, you got a retired number already.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. I mean, you have a team that's never been there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have a team that's been there, I think, once or twice, and never won a cup. And they were talking about it. The 4 teams that were in it at the end, it was Vegas, Winnipeg, and then it was Tampa and Washington.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it, and it's, of the 4 teams that made it to the conference finals, 2 of them weren't even in the playoffs. Or one of them was, no, 2 of them weren't in the playoffs last year, and one of them didn't even exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you think this is a lost season for Tampa Bay?
No.
No?
Not at all. Tampa Bay is going to be one of those teams that they're always going to be right in the mix. They're going to be like the Bruins were in the late 2000s to 2010s, like the Blackhawks were during that time frame, the Kings.
Before they got Taze and, what's his name?
Kane,
yeah.
After that.
Oh, yeah, after that.
Yeah, before that. You don't want to be the Blackhawks before that. You're just the Browns on skates.
Ooh, you tickled Kyle.
Yeah. But
That'd be very funny to see Joshua Cribbs on skates.
Actually, fun fact. So this morning I was watching Draft Day because I couldn't fall asleep last night, so I decided the best way to spend my time was watching a made-up NFL draft movie.
Wish you woke me up for that.
Which I love that movie, by the way. Vontae Mack, all the way.
It's a pretty good movie.
You woke me up for
It's a
that.
pretty good movie.
Kyle, I woke you up twice.
At 9:30 and 9:45.
Kyle, I woke you up at 6:30. It wasn't to watch the movie. It was because I kicked you in the stomach because you were snoring so loud. You were snoring so loud at 6:30 in the morning that Sally, Kendall's mother, texted me saying, "Hey, is Kyle okay?" That's how loud you were
Did
snoring.
Kyle cuddle with the John Gruden?
No.
Dude, that scared me, though, when I went downstairs.
It's very terrifying. I can't wait to bring it on the show. I have I bought for, what was it, $40 I said?
30.
You can't say it. Jeff doesn't know yet.
Well, Jeff's not here, so. And he's
It
definitely
is-
not listening.
It is a 3-foot John Gruden Corona bobblehead that talks and
That
is
sounds
motion
great.
censored.
It's awesome.
Is it Raiders apparel or just John
No,
Corona
it's-
boots?
it's
no,
Corona
because it
apparel.
can't be Raiders apparel. Now they're all getting pulled because now that he's a head coach, he can't endorse booze. So it was when he was with ESPN, so he's wearing a Corona navy blue polo and board shorts with flip-flops. And he's got a foot on a
I like
football,
it.
and he's holding a 12-pack of Corona cans and got another Corona in his hand and the Corona visor.
I might
and
become a
it's-
Raiders fan.
It's a big bobblehead. Actually, there's one on eBay that's right now that's
okay.
going for like $1,200 that they completely repainted to be a Raiders Gruden.
Oh, yeah.
And they took the Corona can out, and they put the Raiders Bud Light can in, and then they repainted the Corona 12-pack to be a Bud Light 12-pack.
We should
That's
take
cool.
yours and make it for the Bucks.
No.
Patriots.
Red Dog.
Red
I'm
dog.
just saying, it's really cool that he went back to the Raiders.
Okay, Kyle.
It's crazy how he got a 10-year, $10 million contract.
$100 million contract.
They were going to give him whatever he wanted to go back.
$100 million. He's making $10 million a year.
Yeah.
They should have never traded him to the Bucks. But they
Okay.
traded him.
Yeah, I know. For
It's,
cash.
it's an odd thing to say in hindsight.
I'm just saying because
No, listen, I agree.
he's that big of a difference. He whooped the Raiders' ass in that Super Bowl.
I just feel like much like John Carlos Stanton, you're coming out of left field.
He should be in left field. I mean,
Are you
in right field.
thinking Opa around the horn?
Sure.
Oh, Mark said yes.
That's a discussion for another time, but I don't think John Carlos should have left right field.
Another time, you were right. But anyway, Stanley Cup Finals, I'm very excited for it. This is... It's very rare that a sports finals happens where you can just be like, I'm totally content with whoever wins this.
Ovechkin deserves it.
Ovechkin 100% deserves it. There's no doubt. As much as if you're a fan of a rival team, I get it, but you can't say Ovechkin doesn't deserve it. It'd be like saying Bergeron doesn't deserve a Stanley Cup. It'd be like saying Taves doesn't deserve it. Crosby, like they deserve it.
Well, see, here's the thing. As the only sport I kind of follow, I hate two people in the whole sport.
Holtby and Ovechkin.
Nope. One, Stanley Crosby, because he's a little bitch.
Sidney Crosby.
What'd I say?
Stanley Crosby.
Stanley Cup.
Stanley Crosby
I've
winning
been,
the
I've been
Sidney
having
Cup.
I've been having a lot of this Opa right now, you know.
Opa!
And Alex Ovechkin. Those two guys, although Ovechkin is kind of badass because of those hilarious Comcast commercials.
Now I can feel Kyle's eyes looking at you.
No.
He wanted to call you out because you didn't say Alexander Ovechkin.
What did I say?
You just said Alex Ovechkin. You're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
There's no shot there.
I was going to say,
The
like,
minute
holy
you
shit.
said
did
it,
I-
Kyle, I could feel Kyle's death stare looking at you.
I'm fine.
Now, Kyle, you
I
were...
swear to God.
Kyle, you don't believe in guys.
Hey, Jimmy fucking Cricket over there. Needs to have
That's a shot because it's not Jimmy fucking Cricket.
Oh, I'm not doing one.
Yeah, you are. You got to do one. If you don't do one, Odell Beckham Jr. is going to get like
Hey!
double
Do the shot.
double ACL meniscus tears colliding with Eli,
I'm gonna enjoy this.
who's going to look even more dumb.
That's
I
impossible.
did mine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, we almost finished that bottle. Pretty
Don't
much
worry, there's
I
10 more
finished that
coming.
bottle.
I'm buying them all. I'm going to buy...
I'm making a combo.
Hold on. Jimmy fucking Pierce just took some of the Opa and the Bad Sons Lager and mixed it together.
Nice.
I am scared.
I forgot his last
I am
name.
scared for his like. That's one of those things you go blind drinking that.
Garbage can over there.
Was it not good?
But that tasted so bad it made Kendall choke.
Oh, that was so funny. That's what Raid tastes like.
If you're going to vomit, just bring the garbage can over here because we want to get it on the mic. We want to hear it.
Down for the count.
What was I going to say? You think there's any potential that if I got the rest of the bottles and took like a giant picture with them for the show, you think like Ballast Point would do some sponsoring?
I think they would.
With
Maybe you
how much
should
shit
Opa.
talking we have already done about it, I don't think so.
Well, hold on. I like some of their beers. Although I will say that
Well,
one
no,
time.
about the Opa.
Oh, I mean, come on. Not everything's going to be a home run. There's no company out there that hasn't put out a huge dud.
Never
I
make
mean,
that again.
Goose Island made the Nut Brown Ale. Terrible.
We made a pumpkin.
You made a pumpkin.
Terrible.
Now I have a question for Paul. It's off
I guess-
topic.
And change the subject.
Do you now believe LeBron?
Kyle, I knew you were going to say this because I mentioned it last night. Yes, I would like to give a thorough shout out to LeBron James because obviously he listens to our show. And I mentioned last show that Jason Terry had made a tweet that LeBron had never held up to the Kobe Jordan status because when the back was against the wall, Kobe and Jordan were the type of players that would go out and put up 58, 62, 81 points and win the game on their shoulders. And sure enough, Game 6, facing elimination, LeBron went out and put up 48 points or something like that.
It was 46, 11, and something.
Okay. So yeah, Kyle, I mean, I don't feel like I put my foot in my mouth because I
At
asked
that
you
point,
guys
you didn't do it.
I just asked you if you believed. Jason Terry tweeted it. I didn't tweet it.
I know. I was just asking.
I mean, I never like didn't believe in LeBron James.
I think
I'm just fucking tired of him. That's all it is. And honestly, I mean, like it's one of those things. Like I'll say it, and I'll be 100% honest. If I grew up like in my teenage years in the '90s and was able to like appreciate and see what Jordan was doing, I wouldn't have gotten tired of it because it would have been for my favorite team.
Yeah.
Just like Mock will never get tired of Beckham as long as he's a Giant, or Judge, or Stanton as long as they're Giant, or Yankees. I mean, you'll never get tired of Bell or Brown. It's never going to happen. Bergeron and Marchand, like you don't get tired of them. But when it's not your team, you get kind of fucking annoyed.
Oh, Marchand is on my team, and I get fucking annoyed with him.
I
Fucking
want him so
licking
bad.
licking people.
That's awesome.
No, but see,
Marchand
like,
is
it's one of
Marchand
those
is always
things,
like the first person I draft in a fantasy
it's
draft.
like
I
one of
love
those
him.
things
It's
you
true.
love to have him on your team, but then when you think about it, like, what a fucking prick! Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck you doing?
if there's one year that LeBron deserves a title, it's this year. He won't get it, but he deserves it.
I don't know. To me, like I hate that because it's an NBA championship. It's not deserving to one player. It's deserving to a team.
Team sucks.
If anybody deserves the NBA championship, it's the Boston Celtics. They're fucking going to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals against LeBron fucking James.
Well, they're two
without
star
their
players.
two best players. I mean, they fucking handled the Sixers.
Yeah.
And then they went in and the games have been lopsided, just like Houston and Golden State. Pretty much wherever they're played, that team wins. I mean, Golden State and Houston, I think, both won one away.
Mm-hmm.
But Boston's 3-0 at home and Cleveland's 3-0 at home. Right?
Yep.
And so, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think more so, I mean, like the 40 whatever points that he put up, it definitely goes what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'd like to see more in terms of like he has to prove it to me, but like he has the ability to do more. And he's going to have to because now there's no Kevin Love for Game 7. And the thing is even if Kevin Love wasn't playing that great, he opens up the perimeter.
It's Kevin Love.
Well, he's a threat from 3-point. You cannot just go, I'm just going to leave him alone out there. You can't do it.
Tristan Thompson, who is very easy to guard.
Very.
Now,
Al Horford can guard him. No
I have a
problem.
question for the two NBA
So can
guys
Olin.
here. If LeBron wins the championship this year, what does that do for his whole debate between him, Jordan, and Kobe?
It doesn't mean
I think it
anything.
makes it better than Kobe, but I think he still needs to prove more to Jordan.
Because here's I mean, if you look at like Golden State and Houston, both those teams outmatch the Cavs this year. At least I think so. So I mean, if he goes in and
Golden State does
and beats
Golden
them,
State does. The Rockets don't.
Houston's whatever.
If it's a Rockets Cleveland final, we're looking at like 152 to 148 games. Neither of those teams can play defense. And I think to go on credit that this Houston Rockets team has really showed how shitty Steph Curry is at defense. He is ass on the defensive side of the ball. Kyle, I would be willing to...
I agree.
I'd be willing to bet my Jeep that you could guard Chris Paul better than Steph Curry does.
ooh, I'd like to watch that.
I
When
would
he
too,
just
but
calls in.
every video I see, it's like, oh, hey, watch Steph Curry get turned around 3 times. It's like he does the same thing to other defenders, but that's the thing for me. That's why I hate the Steph Curry being up in the elite
No, he's
player
just a good
grade.
shooter.
Steph Curry's a great offensive talent, but he's not an elite player. Kevin Durant is an elite scorer and can play defense. Kawhi Leonard can play offense and is an elite defender. Jimmy Butler can play offense and is an elite defender. LeBron James is all around really good.
Because I'm watching something the other day.
That's why I don't think James Harden's an elite defender or elite player.
I was
because
just
he
going
can't
to
play
ask you
defense.
that.
Steph Curry, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook all fall into that category right under elite for me. They're like
They're
one-sided.
great.
they're better. They're great. They're like golden superstars. I don't know. I can't think of anything to call it, but they're not elite. Elite to me is one player that can take over a game.
Yeah.
They can take it over on offense. But if Steph Curry's coming down and James Harden has the ball, Steph Curry's not stopping. I mean, look, Klay Thompson's been the one that's been having to guard. Klay Thompson's more elite than Steph Curry to me.
See, I think
might be the one that
instead of
leaves.
using the word elite, I would use complete. He's a complete player.
Who?
Klay Thompson. Like, instead of saying that Steph Curry isn't elite or what another guy is, like Klay Thompson is more complete.
See, the thing is,
He
they
can play
will
both
always say
sides
Steph is
at a high
better
level.
than Clay.
Hmm?
Because they're always going to say Steph is better than Clay because of how much range Steph has.
But the other side, at least, like I said, you guys watch more basketball than I do. Basketball to me is a much more offensively minded game in a sense of that's what everyone looks at stat wise.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't
But
be.
Here's the
that's
thing.
how it is.
Here's the thing. Because much like baseball, much like any sport really, the defensive stats aren't impressive. If you compare it to football, what are the only 3 stats that you care about in football?
Picks,
Fumbles,
fumbles,
picks, and sacks. In basketball, it's blocks and steals. That's it. There's no stat for going out there and shutting down the top scorer every game. Just like there's no real stat for going out there and getting to, like getting in the quarterbacks. I mean, there's
The pressure.
hurry ups. There's hurry ups.
Yeah.
But
More like
gives a
locking
fuck?
down the number one
But-
receiver.
Right, or
There's
exactly.
no stat for that. They're just.
I'm gonna
There's
say
no
this.
stat. I mean,
Like,
like, I'm not trying to debate an argument. There's no stat for Josh Norman against Odell Beckham Jr. for times he shut him down.
Well,
Because
he hasn't.
Never.
Not
It's a
true.
big zero.
Not
It's true.
No.
no, he's locked him down.
Yeah.
Nothing looks better than Odell Beckham catching that pass, doing a little twirl, and then just running right
They've
by
Nothing
been-
looks
him.
better than
They've been at
Odell.
each other both like throughout a whole game.
Yeah.
There's never been a game where Odell has been
Listen,
completely
there's gonna
dominant
be times
against
where
him.
Odell beats Norman because that's football.
Yeah,
But Norman has locked him down.
it's just two
numerous
elite
times.
players going at it.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat each other.
I don't think there's ever a time Beckham didn't score over Norman.
Every time
Yeah,
they faced,
when he
he's
dropped
had
a
at least-
wide open touchdown for 80
But he
yards.
still scored that game and had over 75, 80 yards.
because the Panthers basically let him back in the game.
And that's also because Norman only played one side of the field when he was on the Panthers.
Yes.
Hey, real
But
quick,
he doesn't lock him down.
we got about a little over 10 minutes. I want to make sure they hit them again on their
yeah.
event in June.
This seemed like something that you could have texted us instead of putting that on the air.
Well,
This just seems like a waste of airspace.
I'm the
Now we're
producer.
wasting more airspace because of your wasted airspace.
And,
Peter, get this guy off the board.
And Steve, you had some facts. You said.
Oh yeah. Since I'm a big fan of history, and you guys have a sports show, I decided I'd bring a sports
Hardly.
history fact on here, and that was, I don't know if I actually brought it on last time, but pretty much if you were to work on Mount Rushmore when it was being made, you
Which I did.
had to be able to play baseball. Because the guy that did it, his son wanted to have a Mount Rushmore baseball team. So the guy that said, "Hey, I'm going to make people make this mountain. You have to be good at sports." So they actually had a pretty decent baseball team, and they actually had baseball cards for a while for the Mount Rushmore team.
Yeah, we were pretty good.
They were also assholes to each other.
Yep.
There was one guy that almost killed another guy with a giant air hose.
Yeah, watch that.
They were on the side of the mountain.
Well, no, he shoved it up the other guy's ass, actually.
Yeah.
No joke.
I'm gonna make a balloon out of you.
But anyway, our tasting is on June 9th.
Where can we find you guys online?
Go on Bad Fisherman Brewing at Facebook, and we're also on Instagram. There is a link in our Facebook account to pre-order your glasses. They're $2 cheaper, and you also get a free decal along with it. We are selling the same decals at the tasting for $1 each.
All right. June 9th.
June 9th. Well, we plan to be there.
Yeah.
We're to do something. I know you guys are probably gonna be busy, but trying to do a broadcast of sorts if it's live, or maybe record something, and maybe we can find ourselves getting some glasses for discount.
wink, nudge, nudge.
I just steal them.
From
From everywhere.
We'll just take them. We'll just steal them. And
So, for you guys, real quick, not to interrupt you, what's like the next step for you? Are you trying to keep growing? Like, what's the plan?
I think we're just doing this just to do it right now.
Nice.
Really no plans.
That's the fun way to do it.
Because once you have plans, then you get then you might not hit them, and then you feel sad. So we're like aiming for nothing, and hopefully we get something.
Like, this tasting was just a lot of work as it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So-
bet.
So you better come.
You know what I mean.
Oh, I will.
we got a video coming out. It'll be shared with them and on our GSWD page. I got to jump in with these guys and brew. I don't know remember what we brewed that day.
You brewed the noggy that you just drank
The
today.
Noggy, and that was a lot of fun. And we're gonna come down and we're gonna do that again.
Yeah, there was a hair in mine, Ken.
It was mine.
I put that
Nostril.
there on purpose.
But it'll be a longer video because they took me through the entire process. Very interesting. I never done anything like that before. So
Could you do it on your own?
absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I don't even know how to boil water. Wave a wooden stick over the pot.
How'd that go?
That's a Jim Gaffigan joke. I can't take credit for that.
Magic salad.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Getting Sports with Drunk. Twitter is GSWD_4.
Make sure to use the hashtag GSWD whether you're drinking OPA or hanging out with brewmasters.
You can find us on iTunes and now Google Play. Subscribe on Podbean and here every Sunday on the PPRN Radio Network. Why are you doing that?
That wasn't me. Why did you just assume it was me?
I watched you.
You don't really have a defense when he's 4 feet.
Hold on. What did you see?
I saw you making noises as I'm talking.
You saw me making a sound?
Your mouth moving? Yes.
No,
He's a
you can't see my
bat.
mouth. My mouth's behind the microphone. Stats aren't adding up.
I think that means you need to take a shot of Opa.
Him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Just finish the bottle.
No,
First of all, you can't see me make a sound. Sound
Yes, I
something
can.
here.
One
Nope.
more time around, I guess.
Yeah,
You just gotta finish the bottle.
Kyle said it.
I have a philosophy. I think all of us do. When Kyle suggests anything, whether it's booze or anything, you just got to do it.
So it was in college too.
Because Kyle, you're such a special person in my heart.
I was gonna say you better finish that with something else.
Well, you
I'm
can
not
be a
having
special
another.
person.
Oh, you
Come
were.
on, one more for the road.
Tits.
I'm not touching it. I already got to drive home. I had like 3 more beers than everyone here. I'm not touching it.
Well, you just touched it, so now you got to drink it.
Nope.
Beer reviews?
All very good.
You
Liked 'em all.
lying sack of shit.
That's not
Listen,
true.
I can't remember. Was the wall banger?
Wall hanger.
Wall hanger? Wall banger! Opa!
Hold on, that wall banger might be used. Hold on.
And still the Noggy. I love
Noggy's so
love the
good.
Noggy.
They're all better than the pumpkin.
We agree.
Did have a nice sourness to it though before. Had a nice.
Opa.
The
It was
pumpkin.
still trash. Yeah. Well.
You tried.
Kyle, he made it.
They tried.
Come on.
What do I have this for?
I'm just sending it back.
Oh, there you go, Kyle.
I want that.
Well, now you have to finish it. There's only like one
Nah, they
drink
won't
in
finish
there.
it.
Step will.
Oh,
I definitely will not.
Put the cork back on it.
It fell.
Yeah.
It's under my chair.
The two of them, they won't finish it.
Rita will.
No. Yeah, she should do another one.
They can't even finish a beer between the two of them.
That's not true.
He can.
Actually, no. Neither of you ever drink the last sip.
I'm the same
Listen,
way.
I have a new strategy for softball, and it's been working.
What? Yeah. Quick change of direction.
By the way, the school that I work for, their softball team sucks.
You're gonna
They
a call
get
from the
mercied
superintendent.
every game by the 5th inning. You know how many innings you need to play to get mercied? 5.
Yeah.
I think you said by like 2nd inning. You know.
No, well they can't. They just have to literally play out to the 5th inning.
Yeah, we've been there for like a whole.
You were on a
season.
girls' softball team?
Or two
No,
seasons.
our first year,
They might as well. They would have lost in the girls softball league.
our first year as a softball team, we just got wrecked.
First year,
Yeah.
first two.
No, the
Three.
second year we
Second
won
year
like
was
5
better.
games.
It was better, but it was still bad. I watched a lot of blown leads.
Oh yeah, that still happens now.
Yeah, go watch one of these games. 3rd inning, you show up. Oh my God, they're up 9-2. You go to the bathroom, you come back, have 2 beers. 5th inning, wow, they're losing 14-9. Then everybody's sour in the parking lot. It's no
How long
fun.
were you in the bathroom? Like, that's the question.
Well, because you had a massive shit because you ate too much Taco Bell before you got to the game.
So when you leave for 45 minutes, stuff's gonna happen.
45 minutes. A softball game's only an hour.
Yeah, we're over by then.
Exactly.
Win or
2 innings
lose,
is
we
like
still
10
booze.
minutes.
Opa.
I'm just imagine being in that West Side Field bathroom for 45 minutes.
In the 90-degree heat.
Heroin.
I don't
It's a
think
hell
you
of a
would be able to
drug.
breathe in there.
Depends on your brand.
Just thick air.
The guy.
Well, Kendall was really quick to
rush.
rush us, and now we got 5 minutes left. There's nothing to talk
Well,
about.
I wanted
Good
them to
thing
hit
he
their.
really sped that up.
I wanted
So
them
why
to
don't we
hit
talk
their
about your
points.
tasting a little more?
Yeah, so it's going to be great. You should all come to it.
Come on,
Yeah,
that
we
was good.
got-
So
we
that
got,
took 30 seconds.
No, I
Oh,
can talk some
that's
more.
a generous amount of time, actually, you gave me there.
Kendall? You got anything
Well,
you'd
I
like to
think
chime in?
Jimmy
I
fucking
can
Pierce
talk- I
said
can
something
talk
to
Jimmy
say.
fucking Pierce?
And his thing,
He's gonna
we
save you.
only did 2 beer reviews. I said I liked the Noggy and the Wall Hanger, and Mark said he liked the Noggy. I hadn't heard from the other guys. Rita?
I did.
I
I said they're all better than the pumpkin.
That's not really much.
Yeah, it's
Come
not
on.
really.
They're all
It's like
fantastic.
it's
I
better than
enjoyed
shit.
them all.
How
Enjoy them all.
Switzerland of you.
I like that. Was it broomstick?
Mhm.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, the broomstick. Actually, do you know where that name comes from? Broomstick's a really shitty fishing pole. That's really stiff.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're all fishing
Puns.
slang or
I
puns.
mean, I figured as much, but I
Yeah.
just wasn't sure what it meant exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be 100% honest. My least favorite of the 4 that I tried was the Noggy.
Really.
I'm
happy to hear that because I've only heard nothing but good news from it. So
I
I'm
mean,
happy to hear some critiques.
the same thing we talked about with the Bourbon County. I understand
Yeah.
why people like it,
Exactly.
but
yeah.
I'm not really big into IPAs anymore. And for me,
Mhm.
it's just a little too hoppy, a little too bitter. And if I drink an IPA, I'm more of a session IPA guy.
How do you feel about sours? Because
Love 'em.
in our expert opinion, that's going to be probably one of the next big things. It's going
Love
to go from IPAs
them.
and stouts to pretty much saisons and sours and stouts.
You let me know when it's happening, and I'll have the Tums ready.
Okay.
They give me serious heartburn, but I'm all about them.
Oh, you got to have the celebration from Sierra Nevada. Woo, that will give you some heartburn, but
Yeah.
damn, does it taste good.
They're delicate beers.
The most, if J Mart was here, he would agree with me. The most heartburn-ridden beer I've ever had was Geyser Ghost from Two Roads. That beer
Sounds about right.
gives
yeah.
me so much acid reflux.
It's actually
yep.
diarrhea.
You have to sit there.
It's,
you have
it's
to
diarrhea of the esophagus is what it is. It's terrible.
Got to put blocks under the bottom of your bed so you're leaned up, like you're 80 years old.
I think
Had one of
I'm
those.
the only one, other than J Mart, though, I think I'm the only one who's like really about sours. Kendall likes them, but no, Rebecca, you like one sour. You like the Persian lime one from Two Roads, which isn't even really that sour.
Did
Did
the
you,
same-
have did you have our cranberry, which is almost a sour?
Yeah, that one was really good. It was very tart.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
I think you brought that the last time you were on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
probably.
I think
yeah.
you had one bottle of it. It was very good. I was a big fan.
Yeah,
Also love cranberries.
damn straight.
Make it again.
I will.
Come fall, when there's actually cranberries to be bought.
I'll buy you, like, I don't know, 3 cases off you.
Okay, so it's like a whole batch.
So do it.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
I
Well,
got
that
the
was
money.
quick.
I'm, good for- I'm on a radio station. Don't you think I'm good for it?
Once,
Peter, front of the money.
Once we get off here, Peter wants everyone to know mixtape is going to continue until Monday, 5 p.m. So tune in.
Awesome mixes.
Yeah.
He does
Real
them
good stuff.
himself. Very cool. Souls, come on.
I thought Kyle dropped a bottle of Ope. I was like, oh my God.
It's right here.
Need to find a new radio station. Burn this one down.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yes.
Stuff was really good.
Anytime.
We'll have you
Yeah.
on again soon.
June
Yeah,
9th.
Yeah, come to our tasting June 9th. We got
Where
cornhole,
is it?
giant Jenga.
Oh, man, we didn't hit that once.
Hit that
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to
So-
believe you're there.
We're going for the backyard barbecue type feel, so it's in my parents' house backyard at 15 Osprey Drive in Seymour. We got cornhole, giant Jenga, can jam, Polish horseshoes. We're going to have a fire pit going. The pool should be up and running by then.
2 puppies.
2 dogs, 2 brew dogs.
Yes,
is
they
Polish
are
horseshoes?
adorable.
Don't know what Polish horseshoes is?
No.
Stick with a beer bottle on top, and you try to knock it off with a frisbee.
All about it.
I will play you because I go hard with that.
You need to specify if you're playing for real or just playing.
Yeah, because
I'm
I've
bad at
broken hands
games.
before.
You can bend a finger back and just be done for the
Yeah.
rest of the day with it.
Listen, I'm in. I'll bring gloves.
Boxing gloves.
Well, from all of us here at Getting Tortured Drunk and Bad Fisherman Brewing,
Thank you.
I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
I'm Mark.
I'm Milwaukee Souls.
I'm stiff.
I'm Jimmy fucking Pierce.
And I'm the Red Baron.
Meow.
You know.